Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Candoodles. Yes, I am managing. I've been better, not gonna lie. If anybody wondering, I got an infection again that's been like untreated for like a year and a half now.
Not through any inaction by you.
No, it's healthcare failing miserably.
Yeah.
So basically what's happened is I've had an infection that wasn't bad enough for them to really do anything much about it.
Yeah.
But it's been coming on back.
Yeah.
And
bad enough that it's been affecting your life, but not actually like life threatening.
Yeah,
it's MRIs and stuff to make sure that there's nothing else there, and it's just like, no, there's an infection there. And they're like, okay, cool, it's not like immediately killing you, so it's fine. Which is one of the reasons why we've also switched to PNG tuber back from VTuber, just
because I needed to be able to move.
Yeah, also just you need to be able to fall onto your desk when needed.
Yeah, my god.
Yeah.
But
so all that, and I just,
Yeah. Infections in soft tissue have a habit of trying to find ways out.
Yes.
And mine has found a new way out. So, yesterday, I had to get an
tunnels.
urgent... I had to get an urgent appointment to cauterize the wound.
Yeah.
We meant to say cauterize, but cauterizing would never find time.
Drawn and cauterized.
But I don't really want to squeak anyone out because it's pretty gnarly, the stuff I'm suffering from. So I'm on antibiotics now.
They're really strong antibiotics.
Really strong antibiotics.
You could say meat tunnel. You could, in fact.
Meat tunnel. Yeah, meat tunnel is a very good way for this.
Vega bus. Classic Vega bus meat tunnel. Vega bus even.
Vega bus.
What?
Yeah, you're thinking about if I sound like I'm dying, I'm trying not to die.
Yeah, we're all rooting for you not to, please and thank you. I am quite fond of you alive. So
penicillin is a wondrous thing.
Penicillin is a magical bean. Yeah. You accidentally put the pill in your mouth this morning. Yeah. Without opening your water bottle first.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh no, it doesn't taste like penicillin. What?
No. They gave me, I'm used to,
magical.
I don't think, I've had these ones before.
Yeah.
These are the uncoated ones, so I was expecting severe penicillin taste. But instead it's, it doesn't taste as bad as the one that actually have the coating.
Yeah.
So... But these I have to take with food, and the other ones you have to take so many hours away from food, which I actually despise because it requires me to have to take my pills and plan exactly my eating windows, and I could never do a fasting diet because I can't plan food windows. Yeah. So those things actually just make me want to die because I can't eat when I want to.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, if we need to cut it short, we will. Socket?
Yeah.
Can we trust you?
Yeah.
Can we trust you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god, instantly we're in here with the... Oh fuck, I forgot to put
Eggs Benedict here, whose name is Ashton Graydon, isn't it?
Yeah, he's Eggert.
Ashley Graydon? Ashley Graydon. Yeah, Eggert.
Oh my god. Does the history show what we just...
Adler, my lord. Yes, sorry. Yeah, Ashley.
Ashley. I don't remember.
You said that he reminded you of Ashley's you've known. And I think T.O. said that he reminded them of Ashley's they've known.
Yeah.
And I was like, this reminds me of none of the Ashleys I've ever known.
No, you just have to be, I don't know. You've I'm about to posh twat Ashley's. In my heart, he'll forever be Eggert.
My tutor at uni in illustration was called Ashley.
Yeah.
And he was nothing like this.
No.
But also actually maybe like this a lot, but also in completely the opposite way. Does that make any kind of sense?
I think it does.
So much not like this that he came around the other side.
Yeah.
He looks like an Eggert to me too.
Wow.
Right, yeah, well, I think basically we just pulled this guy up to the stand, didn't we? And went like...
Oh, the planes are back.
You were like, yeah, of course they are. They come down... I swear they weren't this loud before we started streaming.
No, I think around this time of the night
I
they
guess
just
so.
get rerouted over here
Yeah.
because fuck us, I guess.
Well, I mean, I'm not that close. Yeah.
No landing gears. Don't
No,
worry about it.
don't you...
Anyway.
Don't start with the landing gear. No. Okay, hang on.
I forget how you do,
Yeah,
Edward.
same, honestly.
It's this posh twat number 5.
Posh track number 5, but I try and make him sound not like Sholmes,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is difficult in
Yeah.
a way, because... not that Sholmes is a twat. Okay. Naturally, I have occasion to make use of pawnbroking services from time to time. But are you seriously suggesting I colluded with these thugs to break into the place on the night of the murder? This is nothing like
Yes.
what I did him
No.
last time, but whatever. I have no intention of admitting to such an outrageous accusation. Even if certain parties here present claim that my blood was found at the scene.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it is kind of an unregistered scientific device. Some Scaramouche detectives' homebrewed tincture can hardly be taken as serious evidence.
I mean, the thing is, it is kind of the truth.
He has a point. It is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's like an... What is she? Is she 8? Is she 9? Is she 10? I think she's 10.
She's
There's
12.
There's a 10-year-old
Sorry.
with a gun that fires magic smoke and turns people's blood into colours.
Yeah.
I would also not consider that to be valid court.
No. And Sholmes, well, it's Sholmes.
Yeah.
Oh. So, you deny the accusations completely, do you?
It's true. She also is a doctor. That is true. Even so.
Yeah.
I must say, I am dismayed.
This man still deserves to go into prison.
Oh, he does.
For, like, mixing stripes with checkered
with
pattern.
checks and weird, like, checkered stripes.
Yeah, this is offensive.
Yeah,
and,
but I do like the colour scheme.
I mean,
Like
sure,
the
he got,
teal, like turquoisey kind of
yeah, he got it to
thing
match
he's
his
got going on.
eyes.
Yeah, that, like, with the purple.
Yeah,
and
but
the
he has that
creamy
horrible
white.
the coat, like the shoulder pieces.
Oh yeah, no, that is an ugly
Offends
coat.
me on a deep
Yeah.
emotional.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Also, they're ugly buttons.
Yes, hideous, but that's just.
Yeah.
Them's just the buttons.
Mhm.
I did I say that already? That line? I forget.
I
I must say, I am dismayed. I think I did.
Yeah, I think you did.
I don't remember. For the highest court in the land to be swayed by this self-professed detective's toy. It was the will of the jury. Actually, it's harder not to get these two sounding.
Yeah. Get out of my way.
Get out of my way.
There you go.
Thank you. And our great British justice system demands that the jury's will is upheld. Hey, oh dear.
Hello.
Yeah, the Expector's fry is just sitting in frame.
God, I hadn't
It's
noticed.
pretty good. He's like, hey mate, you want a chip? No.
Also, let me know if the music is too quiet or too loud. I can never tell with this game. There's already borderline clown music playing. It's like sad clown music, so it's perfect for this dude.
That's true. Then it would seem we have the more misfortune of a most inept assembly of jurors today. By golly! How long am I expected to be detained here?
I also like to say that he's stopped eating his chips
Yeah,
and
he's
his
just
fish.
holding them.
It's is he okay? I think
No,
we need to
yeah.
check on him if I'm honest.
He's just been dead this last half hour. Just somebody poisoned his fishies.
No. If following the defense's cross-defense's cross-examination,
The defense is now quite cross. Yes.
your involvement in this matter has not been established, you'll be free to leave immediately.
No, you won't.
That's a load of shit!
No.
Look, he was literally...
But
he was literally at the crime scene.
Don't get any omnibuses, because I think that we can't lose any more innocent buses to you people. Anymore.
Oh.
Good. Then I shall be away in time for afternoon tea. Some small consolation, at least.
Let us not hold up Mr. Graydon any longer than necessary, counsel. Proceed with the cross-examination.
Oh, I see.
Kunado, we've barely started, and I'd like to say so far bad because we have to deal with Eggert.
Yes, this man whose
Eggert
name
exists.
is disappointingly Ashley Graydon.
I mean, I can see why, but that doesn't make me any less cross. Oh my god!
I'm ignoring that. What?
So we meet again, Mr. Eggs Benedict. Or is it Mr. Great? I think we should keep calling him Eggert.
My apologies. You are?
Rinosuke Nodohodo, defense lawyer. We have met.
I can and I will ignore it forever. If you say so, Ashley Graydon, enchanté. So...
Ugh!
Fuck!
What happened?
I'm sorry, I don't hat at the defense lawyer, which I don't think that is sanitary.
Well, I think we did pass the quick time event though, so we should be winning.
I'm sorry, like it's 3 minutes into the case at this point, and we've had a hat thrown at us. Do you think Van Zieks and this guy are related? Because they keep chucking things at people. It's true. It could be poisoned. You should let go. I trust we can conclude this quickly.
But I'm not holding your fleshy hat while we do.
What does it smell like? Quick.
Throw it back, no.
What does it smell like? You can tell a lot about a person by the way their hat smells. It's weird, but it's true. You can. Mostly if they shower very often, and what kind of shampoo they use. Those may not be helpful in this case. Look, I have a really highly sensitive nose, so I identify a lot of things by smell, okay? Stop. It smells like poison, yeah.
Also, while we're on the subject of names still,
yeah.
Yesterday I learned that, like, in the Professor Layton X Phoenix Wright crossover game,
Nice.
There's somebody called Carmine Accidenti who dies in a car accident.
Oh, yeah, in the most recent Professor Layton game I was playing, the one with, was it Katrina Layton, the Switch one? There are 2 people who fell in the river, and their names are Vic and Tim.
One more time?
Vic and Tim. Vic and Tim, they fell in the river. I mean, it turned out, I guess spoilers for an X amount year old game, but they were actors, doing a bit. Mm-hmm. For this festival, but yeah, Vic and Tim. So, I approve.
Yeah, exactly. The German localization, Timothy van Harder, they named him Will Crash, which I think is so good.
Okay, that is glorious. That is so much nicer because it's kind of like, it's not subtle, but it's like maybe a little more.
Having to deal with Graydon is so boring. I'm like, oh, that was supposed to do it here.
Yeah, you could have at least given me a hollandaise. Something, you know? Will Crash. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it too much. Sounds more real, but also more in your face. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Whilst also not actually having, like, car accident or whatever in the actual name. Like, what? Yeah, exactly. The other one does sound like a bad cover-up. It's sort of the Eggs Benedictus or whatever.
Yeah. But will crash.
Will crash. Yeah, love it. Anyway.
Alright, Graydon.
Naturally, I have occasion to make use of pawnbroking services from time to time.
Press.
Hold it!
Hold it!
Yes! We even met in the very pawnbrokery where the crime took place on the afternoon of the day in question. Though, of course, you introduced yourself by a different name at the time. Oh, don't look at us like that.
Oh, do not look at me so.
Don't pull a better character in here. It was Mr. Eggs Benedict, I believe, and then I said something and I got interrupted.
Objection. The witness is here to testify about events that took place that night.
Okay, what was I in the middle of saying allegedly? Tell me what made you. Oh.
Yeah, relevant.
For
huh?
Zeeks?
Mr. Zeeks. Oh, I see why he burnt the omnibus. He's on the van's side.
Aha.
He seeks vans, not omnibuses.
Yeah, well,
He is under no obligation to answer such unrelated questions.
You can't be serious.
Thank you, because I certainly do not feel inclined to answer such an inappropriate question.
So he's going to be evasive, is he? In an effort not to give anything away. This could be tricky.
But are you seriously suggesting I colluded with these thugs to break into the place on the night of the murder?
Hold it!
Have you seen these two men before?
This pair?
I kind of love the way his little eyeballs are like looking over at him though. Gregson seems to be alive.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
He is
Insofar
disassociating.
he's just gone. He's gone off. But yeah.
Look at these guys.
These
I
guys.
do really like them, if I'm honest.
Yeah, honestly, they're quite
The
fun.
Skulkin brothers.
Yeah.
Even if I want to punch them. Anyway.
I think they think that's please help blinks. We should probably see what the blinks mean in Morse code. No, I don't associate with criminals.
Sure thing, bro. Sad by a man who introduced himself as Eggs Benedict.
I'd like to know who I have to thank for this. Who made this outlandish accusation against me? The young lawyer there in the black. This is a farce!
Oh no.
Oh no, please stop. Whose idea was it to permit an outsider to work in a British court anyway? Well, needless to say, I have no intention of admitting to such an outrageous accusation.
Hold it!
Where were you at around 1 in the morning on the night in question, sir?
And that is past the hour at which I would normally retire.
He's clearly been trained by physiques.
Yeah. Certainly. I was not in the company of these rapscallions.
You're able to prove that?
Objection!
Listen carefully, my learned Nipponese friend.
Oh, we know it's good when it starts getting all racisty, borderline again.
Yeah. For you appear to be under a gross misapprehension on this point.
What do you mean?
The witness maintains he was not at the scene of the crime.
And that doesn't mean that he can't tell us where he was.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
can he
normal.
prove that he wasn't there?
Us- Okay, was I the only one? When I was younger, I was also always really worried that I'd have to be able to prove where I was at a certain time.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, what if I don't have a receipt or anything?
No, right.
How am I going to prove where I was? It's like,
Right.
I was so worried about, like, no, one day being under, like, investigation, because I cannot remember what I have done
No,
the previous
right?
day, let alone weeks later. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, they were like, you know, if you watch like the police interview footage and stuff, it's always like, yeah, the story changed considerably between, you know, interviews. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like me trying to remember what the hell I did on any given day. I'm like, I don't really know. Oh wait, actually, yeah, now I think it's coming back to me. Now I remember some of the other things. Or, oh, you tell me that happened. Yeah, actually, I think I was there. I'm like, I would just sound so guilty.
Yeah.
Help. Anyway. I think, yeah. He has no obligation to prove his absence.
Yeah, no, he does.
Yeah, he needs to take a photo of the item that didn't arrive in the post. Thank you. If your accusation is that the witness was present at the scene, the obligation lies with you to prove your assertion. He's got photographs of him, hasn't he? Mm-hmm. He's got the second packet of little photographs.
Yeah, why can we not see them? Why is this?
Yeah, I know that there are two of them. I know that you're holding something back, Mr. Zeeks. You will fulfill that obligation before putting any more unreasonable questions to the witness. Oh, stop it.
I think we should punch him.
I think he's very punchable, isn't he?
Can't we just shove some fish and chips in his face or on his stupid white?
I mean, he keeps slamming his arm into it, so he's probably got grease on that suit. You're saying the accused said they didn't murder the guy, so clearly they didn't. Yeah, I agree.
A silent victory wiggle. Thanks.
This guy, he's so fun. Even if certain parties here present claim that my blood was found at the scene.
Hold it! Well, blood was found at the scene of the crime. There's no question of that. Mr. Sholmes' chemical analysis has positively identified the substance as such.
But I am not the only human to have blood running through my veins, am I? How can you be sure that the blood is mine? It could equally be the blood of one of these two miscreants. Alright, everybody get sliced.
Yeah. Everybody's individual blood has a slightly different composition, it seems. Mr. Sholmes' chemical is able to differentiate between...
Spare me the science lesson! Who is this Sholmes character, anyway?
Oh, I assumed all Londoners would know the name. He's a great, renowned detective.
So even you are unable to bring yourself to say great detective?
Yeah, this contraption has been removed from evidence by the judge. He's like, you can't
so.
really use it as proper things to prove anything, but you know.
A great detective, you say? Oh, now we're in the realm of fairy tales, are we?
Okay, who's talking?
Excuse me.
Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Skulkin?
Hey, what? Me?
No, the Mr. Skulking next to you.
Right, I've had it up to here with this. How many times have I got to tell you?
Yes, I know you're not big rough Skulky. Mr. Nash Skulkin.
Hey, God blimey, Governor. You what?
Is it not the case that when Mr. Grayson just spoke, a thought went through your mind? That's a very rare thing to happen. Would you care to share that thought with the court?
Me thoughts? I don't have none of them. It must have been him. You what?
Mr. Nash Skulkin, answer the question, please. The game is really currently just playing by itself. I am not in control of the progression. Anyway, what went through your mind when Mr. Graydon just spoke?
Nothing, honest, Gov, nothing. I was just thinking. If he waves his arm around like that much more, it'll open up the wound again, that's all.
What wound?
Well, where he took the bullet, of course. It was only 2 days ago. It ain't gonna be healed up yet. So, I was, I was worrying for him and, Oh, well, spells!
Mr. Graydon, did you hear that? Undress at once, strip naked in the courtroom, please.
What?
Your comrade is worried about you, it seems. On account of your injured arm.
My lord.
Yes, Mr. Graydon?
I have no idea what these two wretches are talking about. Certainly, I shouldn't be expected to answer anything in relation to their mindless insinuations. This man talks in really long sentences and I need to breathe.
We know that someone other than the victim was hit by a bullet at the scene of the crime 2 nights ago. And from the height of the bullet hole in the wall, that person was likely hit in the upper arm or thereabouts.
Strip!
Perhaps you'd allow a court official to examine your arm, sir. The left arm you're currently clasping with your right hand, as if in pain.
No, I refuse. I forgot for a second. You have shown no evidence whatsoever that links me to these common thieves. Accordingly, I am not obliged to permit any such invasion of my privacy. I would say it's probably the other arm, because if it was me, I'd be like, I'm just going to pretend that it's this arm that's hurt. And then, but maybe
I liked how when we had the back shot, he's just clutching his arm, and we come back and he just has his arm here.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I see
sure.
How
As I've already said, I'm completely uninvolved in all this.
Sure thing, mate.
I've never had anything to do with the pawnbrokery where this fellow was killed whatsoever. I take offence at the insinuation that I was in any way involved.
You claim to have had nothing whatsoever to do with Mr. Winterbanks' pawnbrokery. My lord, the defence would like that last statement to be added to Mr. Graydon's formal testimony. Very well, counsel. Continue with your testimony, Mr. Graydon.
The bottom line is, I've never had anything to do with the pawnbroking establishment where the man was killed.
Oh shit, I meant to push that and I pressed the wrong button.
Oh, wow.
It's always going to say on the matter, is it? No.
What do you think, Rune?
I think he has no intention of telling us anything. He's well aware that the less he says, the less chance he has of giving himself away.
The complete opposite of Hurley, then. He seems to think that the more he says, the better.
Well, at least I managed to prise a little more information from these witnesses' lips. All thanks to the Skulkin brothers.
Yes, they were the key to it after all.
So he says he has nothing to do with Mr. Winterbanks. Well, we know that's not true.
Perhaps now would be a good time to have a proper look through the court record.
Okay, game. Good idea. You never know what tiny scrap of information could become a valuable record. Weapon even. Because oh my god, there's so many in this case.
Yeah, there is quite a lot, isn't there? Okay.
Yeah, that's the thingy, music double, Skulkin Brothers is gone, crime scene floor plan. We asked for the thingy, his statement to be added, right?
Oh yeah, no, but that was the thing that we accidentally didn't press him on.
Yeah. Hold on, can
we go back to,
yeah, I just want to go through it
and
one
do
more
that
time.
last bit.
Okay, so
Can we
just let me go there, yeah.
Oh, you can't go round the back way. The
No,
good thing is, the
I
more
was trying
aggravating
to.
the guy is, the more satisfying to make him suffer when exposing his lies. No, I agree completely.
Yeah.
It's not like I felt kind of almost sorry for the aggro wife in the previous one, if I'm honest. Didn't you feel kind of sorry for her?
Yeah.
Like, okay, she was abusive.
Yeah.
But she didn't mean to almost kill somebody.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But yeah, okay. Bottom line is, never had anything to do with it.
Yeah. Never had anything to do with it. You forget that I was there, Mr. Graydon, on the very afternoon of the incident.
Obviously, I am not a complete stranger to the pawnbrokers. I'm currently on the lookout for an armchair to furnish my study. Oh yeah, sure.
Objection!
No, you were there to redeem an article.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, Greg's does something to say.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Greg. Excuse me, what are you going to say? Do you have something to add, Inspector?
Oh, he's back to eating again. Hey, come again, sunshine!
Maybe he has to eat and talk at the same time. When
Maybe.
he's quiet, he stops eating.
Ah, maybe that's it. He's got to have something to do with his mouth.
You were there too, in fact, weren't you, Inspector? That afternoon.
Well, yeah, I do remember meeting yourself in the pawnbrokers that afternoon. You, your young Japanese assistant, and the accused were all present, as I recall.
And at that time, this witness, Mr. Graydon, was trying to acquire a particular article.
Well now. I'm afraid I don't remember too clearly.
What? But you must!
I'm not gonna lie and pretend I remember something that I don't.
What's going on here?
Rexy showed us a picture before, didn't he? You know, from the cameras that Hurley installed in Windybanks.
Yes, of course. Indeed, and the gentleman pictured bears a striking resemblance to the witness, I must say. No shit, Sherlock!
No shit.
I mean,
Sholmes.
Sherlock.
No shit, Sholmes.
Sherlock!
Thank you!
Exactly, which proves that Mr. Graydon was in the shop on the afternoon in question.
At no point have I denied that fact. I merely entered the shop to peruse the articles on sale and have a word with the broker.
Things that happened.
Nothing more.
This makes no sense. I understand why Mr. Graydon might be trying to cover his tracks. But why would Gregson be trying to avoid giving testimony about what happened? Yeah, that is dodgy. But we know that it's because they're trying to get more information on this guy because he's probably the mole that leaks documents.
Very possibly, or at least related to him, given the disc.
Yeah, so that's kind of like you don't want to push too hard because, you know. Okay.
Kaumel Kakarai?
Krumel Kakarai?
What is this word?
I need to know
it's
more.
It's an enjoyable word.
I mean, kakarai in Dutch is something I can't really... I mean, it would be shittery.
Oh, I see. I mean, I'm assuming that's...
But, like, krumel would be kruimel, which means, like, crumbs in Dutch.
Yep, so it is,
literally.
Shitting
literally. Yeah, there you go. Dramatic
so is that,
languages.
like, the equivalent of, like, bullshit? Like, is that... Or is it like a slightly more subtle, we don't have a translation for it, as in all the words that are good.
Mm-hmm. That's all he's going to say on the matter, is it?
What do you think, Aruno?
Okay, and now it's just gonna go on the
blah,
blah,
looking too much at the details. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The complete opposite of her.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, so...
Whilst it is fun to read Iris, I'm not going to read all these lines again. Thank you.
Why is there actually that we can really push him all? I'm trying to... I mean...
Have a minute.
Oh, we got this. That's just...
It's not like he's kind of...
We can talk about the disc here.
Yeah.
Should like...
I don't know. What about the card that he was redeeming?
Oh yeah,
that's the only other thing that I can really think of. It's
this is
that's the previous one. That's the box, and that's the coat, right? Isn't it? Oh no, that's the one small box. My bad. The other one is the coat.
Hold on.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Go back onto that one for a sec.
Hold on, which one?
The box pawnbroker's ticket. Is that stamp smudged, or is there just the smidgiest little bit of blood on it? I think the stamp is smudged.
I think
probably.
so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's just the standard thing. Sorry, for a second it just looked kind of, smudgy.
Yeah.
That was all. Yeah, so that's the coat that he tried to redeem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the stamp is kind of smudgy, but just in a different way.
Yeah.
Probably just artifacts. I love that word, and you thought you might know the saying. It's a good word. It's a great saying. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, one gentleman's overcoat. It's just...
Yeah. Yeah, it's the
yeah.
There's nothing really...
It's hard to know what the front and what's the reverse side now.
Like, we can't present it to him and see what he...
I'm currently a little bit at a loss. Okay, well, like...
Because she specifically said, let's go through the...
All thanks to the Skulk and Rados. Yeah, yes, we were the key to it after all, so he says he's nothing to do with it, but we all know that's not true.
Perhaps now would be a good time to have a proper look through the court record.
Good idea.
Tiny scrap of information. Okay, tiny scrap of
Okay, so we'll just first flip through his statement. So naturally I have a case of confusion both from time to time. But you're seriously suggesting I colluded with these thugs? Okay. I have no intention of admitting to such an outrageous accusation. I think you can hardly take serious evidence. Yeah, okay, fine. The bottom line is I've never had anything to do with the pawnbroking establishment where the man was killed, which is bullshit.
Yes, but...
Can we, like...
But then he's all like, I have though, but I haven't, but I have.
Yeah, also I'll save. Oops.
Can we present the card?
Yeah, I was thinking about this one, right?
Yeah, that's all I can think of.
I'm gonna present
like, that's
it
what
just...
he was trying to redeem.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's see. Oh no.
Oh.
No. No,
okay.
there's clearly something out there indeed. Your
My
behavior,
bad.
blah blah. I was gonna try it.
Sorry.
Yeah. Lower the hand. Or lower my hand until I prove my client's innocence. As long as it's quite quick.
Yeah, or the disc. I guess we could try the disc.
Although, like, hold on. Actually, when he's like, Humber tincture can hardly be taken as serious evidence. Do we want to present the disc here?
Did we actually press him on that?
Yeah,
okay.
Because he's like, blah, people...
Oh, yeah, that's when the other thing with the guy and the wound and the injury and all that.
I feel it's not the right one.
No.
Because, like, but at the same time... I'm just gonna try. I've saved.
Objection!
Nope. Oh.
No.
Yeah, this is another fail.
Yeah, another failed thing. Okay.
Yeah, with implication, guys, nothing strikes me about it. Exactly, there's nothing striking about it.
Should we just load so that we've got the full thingy?
Okay, it's giving you guys the anxiety. I
yeah,
can load.
It's mostly just because, like, if we hit another roadblock,
yeah,
I want to have full doohickeys before.
Yeah, that's fine. So we can keep throwing stuff.
You think it's just and never had business?
Yeah, we'll try. Yeah, that was the other thing. Yeah,
it could well be. Yeah, like.
Where the man was killed. So, present. Let's try it. Because that was literally the next thing I was going to try out. Present.
Objection!
Ah, yeah, it's it.
Yeah?
Have you ever seen this disc before, Mr. Graydon?
Well done.
Well, that was my third shot, so not that well done.
Maybe I wasn't saying well done to you.
Oh, yeah. Well done.
There was also my other guess as well, but like, yeah, given that he was trying to redeem the card that had the coat on it, it was one or the other. Why? Is it supposed to mean something?
This disc was, until the day of this murder, in pawn in Mr. Winterbanks' shop. It was redeemed by the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade, this afternoon. I mean, that afternoon even. However, somebody mysteriously appeared to try to take it from her. And that somebody was you, of course. Wasn't it, Mr. Graydon?
As I have reiterated numerous times now, you are mistaken. That was not me. I've never seen that disc before in my life.
Really, Inspector, though?
Yeah.
Seriously?
It may have escaped... no, it may have escaped your notice, but there is a small smear of blood on the disc. Ah, yes, resulting from an abrasion of the thumb, perhaps.
Oh, that was Egget, my twin brother.
That's right, the surface of the disc is covered in hundreds of tiny metal bumps. How did he do this with the gloves on, though? Like, how shitty are his gloves? Anyway, in the skirmish to acquire the disc, the thumb of the person who tried to take it suffered minor lacerations.
I mean, if the gloves are expensive enough, they can be quite thin.
Oh yeah. You have a good point there. So, while the disc bears the remnants of that skirmish in the form of this smear of blood, the thumb of that person in question must bear the remnants also, in the form of a scratch. Scratch! Good gracious! Indeed, it must!
It is but a scratch.
Mr. Graydon, you refused to allow a court officer examine your arm before. Are you now going to refuse to allow us to examine your thumb? Because I have no doubt that it bears a small scratch consistent with the smear of blood on this disc.
Nay, 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 nay. This scratch is consistent with my biting my thumb at you, sir!
Oh my god.
Well, well. It would seem I underestimated you. Oh, are we getting into a villainous monologue?
What is the meaning of this?
It's only been 2 days. It doesn't heal that quickly.
No. So, you admit it now. You admit that you have a scratch on your thumb from when you attempted to take the disc from the defendant? Is he doing like crossing his fingers behind his back? Order! Order! Well, Mr. Graydon.
It would appear there has been something of a misunderstanding here. I did not attempt to take the disc, as you put it. No, quite the reverse.
What are you trying to say?
It's really quite simple, you see. The disc was mine from the outset.
Which would be why it has it like, you know, the note
Yep,
that says
for
like...
McGilded.
Yeah.
Is there some crime in taking an item that you own out of pawn?
What?
Yeah, and then lying about it. It would seem, Mr. Graydon, that in this piece of evidence, my learned friend has established a link between yourself and the incident. Accordingly, you will tell the court everything you know about this disc now.
Yay!
He's on our side, finally. As you wish. Though I'm quite sure it has nothing whatsoever to do with the pawnbroker's murder. It's time to be bitchy and agree with him. I guess!
Witness testimony.
My quote-unquote learned friend.
The disc.
There's a note on the disc saying for McGilded, but the item belongs to me. The redemption ticket was stolen from me by the accused, that filthy gutterling, on the day in question. I proceeded at once to the shop in order to explain my situation and redeem my article. In the end, of course, the disc was taken by the police. In other words, I had absolutely no reason to break into the shop later that same night. Actually, yes, because you said that there were multiple discs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you were looking for the other one.
Yep. Did I hear you correctly, sir? McGilded, you say? The famous London philanthropist. I can do
the omnibus! My beloved! I like how Fun Zeeks is just standing there. Ooh, it's no longer Hot Bus Summer 2024, but it's...
It will always be Hot Bus Summer 2024 and when the omnibus is concerned.
Yeah.
Who perished in this very courtroom 2 months ago after being acquitted of a distinctly messy murder.
Yes, my lord. The one and the same. Summer officially doesn't end until the solstice. Yeah!
Oh, good lord, Mr. Graydon! Are you saying that Mr. McGilded and yourself were acquainted? What are you doing?
I'm looking up when the solstice is. Equinox is September. Oh, end of September.
Oh. Yeah.
Ooh. I knew that. Yes, that's correct.
So he's leaning on his cane, all sassy like, little bitch. Order! Well, I certainly didn't expect to hear that name uttered here in my courtroom again. Dude, we have literally been talking about him.
We've been talking about him constantly.
Sir! So do we need to check your memory, because I don't think you're
something past retirement age something.
According to what Gina told us, the disc was placed in pawn on that fateful night 2 pawns ago. In a pawn, like, I hope not. McGilda himself gave instructions to deposit it at Winterbanks.
It's funny that Mr. Graydon here is claiming the disc belongs to him then, isn't it?
In all likelihood, he's lying. So he appeared that afternoon at Winterbanks in order to get his hands on McGilda's disc for some reason.
I saw that porn.
Counsel, you will commence your cross-examination, please. Right. Calm your tits, John. Cross-examination. The disc.
There's a note on the disc saying former gilded, but the item belongs to me.
Yes. Hold it. Would you care to explain how this belongs to you?
As you will observe, a communications officer such as myself commands a fine salary.
You are certainly exquisitely dressed, sir.
So, you see, I have little need to make use of the services provided by the pawnbrokery trade. However, I did once find myself in difficulties, having misplaced my purse whilst on an errand. Which is why I pawned my fine black overcoat to the broker in question. Okay, but we've established that
the bloody overcoat.
The overcoat soaked in blood that happened to be on either the murder victim or the murderer. And also ripped when you put it on. Cool. We are being served a story that smells distinctly like it just exists, created of grass that's passed through multiple stomachs. Is what I'm saying.
You claim that was your overcoat?
Obviously, and in my haste I clean forgot.
We can just go on about the fact it doesn't fucking fit him. It literally doesn't fit him. He will rip it.
Obviously, I've grown since then. I've been working out, you know. On steroids.
That the music box disc was in its pocket. And yet, there is a note on it that reads, "Former Gilded." I am a collector of rare and unusual music box music. I first met Mr. McGilded at a gentleman's club in the city, and was interested to discover that he shared my penchant in that area.
Like, legitimately, we should just be playing this fucking disc!
If it's your disc, what music box does it play on?
Yeah.
Because if we find the music box, and Sholmes did order like 27 million different music boxes, they should be arriving soon, right?
Yeah.
Right? He ordered them off ancient British Amazon. That's got like next day delivery. Like, we play it, and a pretty piece of music comes out, and not just, I don't know, some sort of state secret. And we're golden. We are in fact McGilded. Let's just, I don't know, state secrets. That's what's for dinner.
So, the disc in question?
It's a pre-production sample. I promised to let Mr. McGilded hear it. But then you forgot that it was in the pocket of the overcoat you were forced to pawn. Yes, exactly.
Things that totally happened!
Gina didn't mention any of that in her testimony 2 months ago, did she?
No, because McGilded had threatened her to keep her mouth shut. Which means that if we dig too deeply here, it's going to expose Gina's... What's that? Perjury? Perjury! Like perjury, but with a... Perjury, but... Perjury. Yeah, I got it.
That's how you... It's perjury.
Yeah.
Oh dear, this is complicated, isn't it?
Let's leave it alone for the time being.
The redemption ticket was stolen from me by the accused, that filthy gutterling, on the day in question.
Hold it!
Yeah. So, you're saying that Miss Lestrade lifted the ticket from your pocket or bag?
That's right. Despite being mindful of danger when walking in the insalubrious areas her kind frequent.
Objection!
Miss Lestrade did no such thing.
Well, of course you would take that stance, but the girl is a regular offender.
You came to the
Pawnbrokery.
You came to the pawnbrokery that day prepared with all the information you needed to identify the defendant. You were looking for her. That's what brought you to Winterbanks. To get your hands on Mr. McGilded's disc.
Objection!
My learned friend is a veritable font of nonsense.
Nonsense? I concur with the prosecution. Counsel, you will refrain from conjecturing in this way. Is that clear? Oh sure, when fucking Van Zieks does this shit
When he
all the fucking
conjectures,
time.
it's like, oh wow,
yeah, of
well done,
course.
Mr. Van Zieks. Oh, good job. Oh, lovely. Oh, what a pretty conjecture you have there. And when we do it, it's like, yes, my lord.
Yes, my lord.
Then I will continue with my testimony for what possible use it can be.
Good lord.
I proceeded at once to the shop in order to explain my situation and redeem my article.
Holy shit. Had you ever been to Winterbanks before?
Only once, for the purposes of pawning something. But, like many, I enjoy browsing in such establishments. So when you noticed that the pickpocket had taken your ticket, you chased after her. Is that correct? Yes, that's right. I didn't notice at first, of course. Such is the art of the pickpurse. But when I did, I headed to the pawnbrokery at once, in order to reclaim my coat before the thief could. I was merely trying to recover what was rightfully mine in the first place.
He can say what he likes because he knows we have no evidence to contradict him on this.
Well, in the end, of course, the disc was taken by the police.
Hold it!
It sure was. Yes, it was taken by Inspector Gregson here, wasn't it?
That's right. This was the very man. Apparently, the police are collecting anything that has a connection to Mr. McGilded as
Greggy.
evidence. All right, Greg, what you got?
Excuse me.
Is something wrong, Inspector?
What do you mean?
The last remark Mr. Graydon made in his testimony seemed to trouble you in some way.
No, it didn't. It's nothing. Leave it alone.
Let me ask you this, Inspector. Why is Scotland Yard gathering Mr. McGilded's possessions?
Can't tell you something like that, sunshine. What is it, Inspector? Investigative secrets? Yes, exactly. You should know all about that. Magnus McGilded, who died so unexpectedly after... I just see it popping across the screen. It gets me. Magnus McGilded, who died so unexpectedly after his trial 2 months ago. A man renowned throughout the capital for his great contributions to public life, yet he had a dark side too.
He was a dark knight.
Oh, true grit. Where are you going with this, Van Zieks? I suppose the police are dealing with the aftermath of his nefarious activities, are they? That's enough! Coppers like me have duties to carry out that we are not at liberty to talk about. That is all you need to know.
I feel kind of bad for Gregson, if I'm perfectly honest.
Right? This isn't his fault.
Duties conferred by Lord Strongheart, I presume.
Yeah.
Something. Tim's. Hymns. That man's.
Clockman.
Yeah. Like...
The Lord Chief Justice appears to have great faith in you, Inspector.
In the pocket they go. The bottom line is, if you want to get more out of me, you're gonna need Lord Strongart's paw print first!
What's all this about? It's like there's something going on between Gregson and Lord Van Zieks here. Well, it would appear that the inspector has revealed all he is at liberty to reveal. Mr. Graydon, let us return to your testimony.
Gladly, my lord. So in other words, I had absolutely no reason to break into the shop later that same night.
Mr. McGilder slipped the disc into his coat pocket and had it deposited at Windibank's. Then, when he realized he was going to be arrested on suspicion of the omnibus murder, omnibus mentioned, he threatened Gina and forced her to take the redemption ticket.
There's no doubt about it. That witness is lying through his pearly white teeth.
Now, the police were obviously after anything left behind by McGilder as well. That's why Inspector Gregson ended up taking the disc into custody that day.
But Gregsy's being very strange about all this.
Yeah, no shit. There must be a reason for that, I'm sure. I just don't know what it is. For now, I need to focus on exposing the fact that Mr. Graydon is lying in his testimony. Alright,
Did we press him on that last one?
We pressed him on literally everything, yeah. Yeah, there's a note on the disc.
Coming back that night?
Hold on.
Did we press on...
Yeah, and of course the disc was taken by the
Yeah, that one was the last one we pressed him on. Did we press him on that one?
Oh, maybe we didn't actually.
No.
Actually, I don't even think...
Because we did the disc was taken by the police because then Gregson...
Otherwise it's absolutely... Well,
But
you know,
I had
I'll
absolutely
press.
no reason to break into the shop later that same night. I feel like we didn't press him on that, did we?
But perhaps you'd seen something of value among the forfeited items.
No, not at all.
Oh.
A valuer was brought in by the police to assess everything in the shop.
Thank you, like I'd forgotten that it can actually do that.
Without exception, every article on the shelves was common or garden bric-a-brac.
In that case, it's clear that you broke into the shop later that day in order to recover Mr. McGilder's disc.
Have you not been listening, man? Even if I had wanted to recover the disc, you may recall that it had been seized by the police that afternoon. It was no more in the shop that night than as I keep saying, I simply had no reason to break in.
Oh, if only we could prove, right?
If
like
only we could prove
there
that
was a
he
second
claimed
disc.
there were 2 discs, because he definitely did. He was like, yeah, where's the other one, man?
Yeah.
And we were like, what? And Gina was like, what?
Yeah. So there was nothing of Mr. McGilder's left in the shop that night. Nothing this man might have been after.
To be fair, Gina was wearing the coat when she went into the shop.
Yes, she was, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder if that's really true.
I know. If you have some evidence, then let him have it. I'm dying to see that irritatingly assured expression of his crumble.
Ira's saying what we all think.
Mm-hmm.
But like, oh.
McGilder slipped the disc into his coat
that's
pocket and it had deposited at
same
Windibank's.
one,
Yeah,
right?
then when he realized it, yeah, okay, so this is the same. Yeah.
Blah,
So we need to check the court record for a second and decide what we can use.
teeth.
Yeah, I think I've taken the disc that day.
Gregsy's being very strange about all this. Must be a reason for that, I'm sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's because government secret something. It's definitely to do with that other business.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Huh.
But yeah, court badooglies.
Hold on, I can't just check it right now. Okay, that's nice. Redemption ticket was stolen from me by the accused. I felt the guttering on the day in question. I'm just flipping one more time through his testimony.
Hang on. Go back and show me what the redemption ticket doesn't have a name on it.
Oh wait.
Does it?
No,
I'm
because
pretty
he
sure it
doesn't do
didn't.
names. That's the whole problem.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He just does thingy words.
Yeah.
But what gets me is that these two are different dates, but they have the exact same picture on them.
Yeah, it's really
But they were
weird.
deposited on different dates, which
Yeah.
I just find strange.
Yeah.
Please stop doing that.
Oh, you don't want me to do it like it's an item that you hover over in, like, I don't know, a horror game.
Yeah. Like, part of me feels like that's got to be relevant.
Yeah.
Because why would he have just had these two hand completely separate occasions?
Yeah. Long this thing gilded, belong to me.
Maybe the ticket because of the blood. Oh, that's a good point.
Ah. First things first, we'll do is everybody can stop worrying.
Yes, thank you. Because, yeah, this is going to be slightly brute forcey because I don't know what they want where.
No.
Yeah, they are Mr. Mason's blood, yeah.
In order to explain my situation and redeem my article. In the end, of course, the disc was taken by the police. Yeah, that's fine. In other words, I had absolutely no reason to break into the shop later that same night. Yeah, yeah, we know
Yeah,
why.
we can't prove that he said that there was a second disc.
No. Proceeded to the shop in the place.
And like I said, Gina was wearing the coat when she went in.
Yeah, the redemption ticket was stolen from me by the accused. I failed to get. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So why does it have?
This is the first one.
Yeah, that's the one with the thumbprint. This is the one.
Yeah, we need like this one, right? Like.
What?
No, wait.
That's the box one. The
Yeah,
coat
no, you're
one
right.
is.
The coat one. That's it.
One gentleman's overcoat
Yeah.
is here with the
Yeah,
blood.
no, my bad. Sorry.
But I don't know why that would be relevant.
Wait.
What?
Deadline. Sorry, hold on. Oh no, we don't.
Oh wait!
The deadline.
No,
we
but
don't.
the photos literally show Gina wearing the coat, though.
Yeah, 1 a.m. But that's like later, so.
What?
Oh yeah, wait, yeah,
That photo literally shows her wearing the coat.
Yeah.
The coat that's in the shop.
Yeah.
The coat that was his.
Yeah.
That was in the shop.
Yes.
Windybank's shop. His coat was in the shop.
Yeah.
He said there was nothing of his left in the shop. But the coat was in the shop because Gina was in the shop. What if he didn't go into the shop? He was following Gina.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
Because
yeah.
she was staying with us.
Yeah.
What if he was instead following Gina,
yeah.
not the coat? I mean, not the shop. What if the only reason he was in the shop was because Gina was in the shop, wearing the coat that he thinks has the second disc in it?
You know what? Shall I present it? For shits and giggles.
We've saved, so I'm just thinking, like, anything I can think of. But, like, that photo literally shows her.
Yeah.
But I'm probably
Yeah,
wrong,
no, this
so.
is like, let's.
Yeah, implications of that
this-
statement.
I
No,
just
my
sometimes
bad.
you gotta go wild. You gotta give it a shot.
No.
But this game is too complicated.
Sorry.
It's okay. But I think that is what we're going for.
I'm just playing 4D chess over here. Man.
No, there's
I'm
absolutely
just
no
too
reason
cool.
to break into the shop later that night. In the end, the disc was taken by the police.
Yeah. Sorry about that. That was all. Because, like, he was accusing her of hiding the second disc from him.
Yeah. Thing is, like, the redemption ticket being stolen doesn't matter if he knew the password.
Well, yeah, that's true too. But then, that's the other thing. He went in and took the item anyway because he had the password. So it doesn't really matter.
On the day in question.
Yeah, it was stolen on the last day.
At once to the shop in order to explain my situation and redeem my article.
And yeah, we know that he was looking specifically for Gina.
Yeah.
But they don't know that because we're the only people who heard him say that. Or was it like, who was it spotted? Didn't he have a sketch of her?
Yeah, he literally did. He did.
But we don't obviously have that, so.
Yeah, I was just checking if that's omnibus. This wasn't anything on this. No, that was just the.
Yeah, that's the
fact that he's a disgusting
Go back
little
to the notes on the McGilded case again, just for a second. I don't think it's. Last scheduled day of the after a stab wound. Yeah, no, that's. Sorry, thank you.
That's a manuscript.
Yeah.
Okay, but how did the blood of like Mr.
Yeah,
Mason
how did
end up
blood
on
of
the
Mr.
ticket?
Mason get on here? Yeah, we can but I don't know whereabouts we're supposed to present it.
Yeah, there's nothing on like no. This is just literally just
Yeah.
the papers.
Like, I think if it's not the overcoat, which it's clearly not,
no,
sorry about that.
that's okay.
Then it's got to be the ticket with the blood.
Yeah, but where
Because,
do we
but yeah, where do we present that? Presumably the ticket was stolen? Like, how did it get his blood on it? Unless it's the coat was his or whatever. Yeah, there's a note on the disc saying for McGilda, but the item belongs to me.
Actually, I think that's a good one potentially because it has Mr. Mason's blood on it.
Yeah, like.
So why would it have
Yeah.
Mr. Mason's blood on it if the item belongs to him?
And if that also doesn't work, then we're gonna load again.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, no. This is also no.
Oh, this is a new one for me. Okay.
I mean, you say.
But it does though.
So look at your can. So I see your trembling hand, your pallid expression, and your.
But this is so
Despairing
frustrating because it's
brow.
like, okay,
Yeah.
but
It seems to me that is the damning inconsistency here. Okay, alright, okay. I'll just reload.
maybe one of the other ones done.
I
feel
hate
like
that
the
with this
ticket
case.
Has to be. Yeah, there's so many of them where it's like, but whence? Whence do we do this? Oh.
Chat, you're allowed to weigh in if you have any ideas. There's a note on...
Maybe it is on the redemption was stolen. There's no harm in trying it, is there?
No.
Trying to present the
Isn't
ticket.
that how does this proceed?
No, you did the first one.
Did I?
Yeah, because we were wondering about former gilded, but the item belongs to me.
No, I thought I did it on the second
I
one.
thought you did it on that one.
No, I
Chat,
think it
did
was
anybody
this one.
see? You did it on that one after all?
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure.
because I suggested that one, and you were like, oh yeah, maybe that
No,
one.
wait, you did. Yeah, you know what? I think you're right. Let's try it.
I don't know.
Oh, wait, no. Can I just present this?
Objection.
No. This is
No,
also not
still
okay.
also nothing? No, okay. Well, bum.
I'll double check and do it on the first one just in case I did do.
And then load again.
Apparently it is this way. Yeah.
Yes. Cereal pack, stricken look, I know. I
Okay,
don't
I'm just
think-
gonna try this as well, just in case, you know.
Okay.
And then I'll reload if it does the
Okay.
thing.
I just could have sworn
Oops.
that you'd already done that one.
Objection.
Yeah, no, I did. I just
Yeah,
wanted
no,
to make
it's
sure
okay.
in case
Blowing
I...
at odds, blah blah blah.
Because it would be the worst if we did all this. And
Yeah,
not
no, I
find out.
agree. And then it just because you thought and you had.
We're cheating! We're
We
cheating,
cheating
chat.
so bad. Okay, I don't like brute forcing. I just presume it was the shop and I redeem my article. Okay.
Wait!
What?
Did he redeem his? I guess he did.
Yeah,
sort of,
technically he did. He got the coat.
This was taken
This
by
was
the
taken by
police.
the police. There was no reason to break into the shop later that same night.
I feel like there should be something.
Yeah, and for me, the ticket. I mean, not the ticket. The coat was really it. That's all I think. The only what's it called? I had.
Yeah, what was the box again?
I don't remember what the box was at this point. Did we even ever find the box?
Oh, it would have already been like, yeah, the 13th.
No, but I mean, no, but did we find?
I
Didn't
don't
they say that
remember.
the box basically we had no idea where it was or what it could be? Like the box would have been in the front of the shop,
You know,
and it could even have been sold. There was no record
Yeah.
of it. I think
yeah, that was it, wasn't it?
that
Yeah.
was one of the problems. Like, yeah, one small box, okay. So I don't think we ever.
Yeah, we can't tell if that's the same freaking photograph.
Well, it could be either of them.
Yeah.
But they're photographs from a doohickey.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was
Ah.
still on the counter is weird, but.
I don't know this. Oh, I don't like the fact I have no idea what to present here.
Not even a little bit. Like,
I don't see what I can get him on.
Yeah.
It's taken by the police. Yeah, he had a fucking note with like notes on like Gina's description.
Yeah, which
like
of course,
what happened to that? Why is that not here?
Well, why would we have that?
Yeah, I know.
Can you? Oh no,
yeah,
sorry.
sorry.
I was just going to ask if you could look at the paper again for a second.
Oh yeah, absolutely, I can. Not exactly. Oops, no! I did not mean to do that. Well,
oh dear.
I meant to examine, but instead
I'm sorry. Can you just wave the newspaper at him, please?
Yeah. Please, you know what? I'm just gonna go to the court record in the meanwhile. I can't.
Oh,
there we
dear.
go.
I'm sorry for doing that to you.
That's not what I wanted. I wanted the paper, please. There we go.
I just wanted to see the back of it.
Yeah, that's the. Wait.
Not that.
I'm trying to.
No, it's okay. Don't worry. It's fine. I just wanted to. Like, I mean, I can't read it anyway.
Yeah, we did check
yeah, like,
that.
yeah.
There's nothing. Can we take this bit? No, we can't unfold it. We can just look at this picture here, which is this. Yeah, there's
sensational story.
Yeah.
Ministry role classified secrets may have been leaked overseas from Ministry of Justice. Secret communications between Great Britain and its allies apparently have been intercepted by hostile nations.
Communications are being intercepted.
That's the question, isn't it? I've come up with 3 different possible methods so far. Are you looking for a new career, Reno?
Of course not. I wonder. Perhaps this is what Lord Strongheart was talking about yesterday.
Yes, it could be, and it could explain why he has Gregsy running from pillar to post at the moment. Which
Oh,
is why.
Do you want to present the paper?
We just did.
No, at the chunk about like Gregson and the disc.
Maybe.
Hold on.
Could try. And then we'll load again, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, what? Okay, hold on. Yeah. This was taken by
I really
police.
doubt.
Yeah, no, in other words, that's absolutely no, we can't do that.
I don't think it's relevant.
Ugh. I'm literally.
Can we look at the disc again? Examine it more again?
Examine that one.
I mean, we could always, like, ask for a sample of his handwriting.
Yeah.
Oh, Miguel did. That's the man you defended in court a couple of months ago, isn't it, Bruno?
Yes, or rather, mistakenly defended.
I wonder what his name is doing on the back of this disc.
It's a question I'd love to know the answer to myself. Yeah, I know, right? It's like, I do want to ask him to do a handwriting test. That's
If that's how it's his handwriting, then there should be no problem, right?
yeah.
Wait, hang on a second.
Yeah.
What's the handwriting like on the photographs, the back of the photographs?
Oh wait, that's not the photographs, it's...
Oh, Windibank's handwriting. What's Windibank's handwriting look like? Not so neat.
No, I know, right? I was also wondering. I was like, no. Ah, I'm going insane.
Yeah, this is crazy. Like,
how can I not figure out what to do here?
I
presented my censorship in order to explain my situation and redeem my article. He did the one with says his ticket that was stolen and the one with blood. Yeah, I could try the other one. I haven't tried the other one, I suppose. I've only done the bloody ticket.
Oh, the other one, but the small box ticket wasn't the one he was redeeming, was it?
I don't think so. I forget actually how we got the small box ticket.
Gina gave us that. No. Was the small box ticket on the counter? No. Ugh. Shall I look it up?
Actually, hold up. I think maybe that was the... yeah, look that bit up, because if that thing, for example, held the other disc potentially, he could have gone back for it. You know, shall I just...
The ticket in the coat? The ticket might have been in the coat pocket. I'm wondering if that was...
Oh, yes, sorry, this. So, if that was in there, I had absolutely no reason to show it. Oh, no! Shit, I didn't mean to press him.
Well, we've done it now.
we'll do
I'll look at... Shall I look it up?
Yeah, if you could look up that... I hope it doesn't spoil you. You know what? Shall I first see about presenting the evidence here before you look it up and accidentally risk it?
Okay. I'll be careful, and you present it at the same time, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the last one because I think that's where he's had no reason to go back. I'm gonna try presenting it here. Present. The pawnbroker on present.
Objection.
It's it!
Oh, excellent. Yeah,
This
pawnbroker's ticket box.
Sorry.
I can't believe that this is the one I was like, no,
I
the
know,
bloody
right?
one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job,
Well
chat.
done,
You're saving our
well
bacon
done.
today.
Yeah.
Also, I am going to leave that one lost live. I think it's only valid considering how much we had to fuck around to find out.
It's just one, so it's fine.
This disc was deposited at Windybanks on Magnus McGilded's instructions. You knew that, and you went there with the intention of obtaining it for yourself. I'd forgotten about this.
Yeah, so had I, though.
Von Zix is dying. Press F in chat to make him die faster.
Hang on. Oh, ouch. Oh dear. That's gone horribly wrong. Okay, hang on. I'll be right with you. Good morning. This is oh no. There's just something stuck in the back of my throat and it itches abominably. Help!
Do I need to get you a candy?
No, it's fine. I have some. But maybe one of those lozengey jobbies that you've got next to you if I keep choking on my own words.
All I have is painkillers.
No, you don't. You have the lemon ones that I bought you last year that really need finishing up.
Those, yeah.
Yeah, those ones. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Conjecture again. And in any case, the disc was taken into custody by the police that afternoon. The witness had no reason to visit the pawnbrokery again that night.
Objection.
I can't believe.
Sorry, my learned friend, but that's not true.
What?
I love it when Rinasuke starts using learned friend.
Right?
He's like,
He's
oh!
really like, no, hang on. I've got this one.
Mr. McGilded had another article in Pawn at Windybanks, as this second pawnbroker's ticket proves.
Ah.
There were 2 articles belonging to McGilded in Windybanks pawnbrokery, and the reason you broke into the shop that night was to recover the second one.
Still like my coat theory better.
Yeah. Together with your 2 accomplices, the Skulkin brothers.
Ah!
And this is the second ticket, is it?
What had the man deposited?
We're all dying to know.
Yeah.
A small box. The article description reads 1 small box.
There's no place for that in pawn brokery.
Also, like, it's not very descriptive, though, is it? Like,
No,
one small box.
small box.
Yeah, what color is the box? What
No, quite, exactly. Like,
Oh yeah, here's the judge, yeah. A rather vague description, it seems to me.
are you suggesting that I broke into the pawnbrokery with these clowns in order to steal some trinket box?
Yes. I believe there are adequate grounds to suspect that you did.
This is absurd. Why on earth would I do such a thing? Once the article had been forfeited, I could simply walk into the shop and purchase it. There would be absolutely no need for me to resort to theft.
That's a good point. Maybe he hadn't put it out yet, though. Indeed. The witness makes a solid argument.
So that means that for some reason, Miss Graydon fellow needed the small box that very night, does it?
Is it the music box that plays the fucking disc?
Oh, that's a good point.
Because, like, it's such a weird thing. I wonder if it's a very specific...
Yeah, maybe that was intentional. When it's
Yeah.
something so important, you might not want it overly described. That's also true.
Yeah.
It's time to put an end to this nonsense, my lord.
Could you be a little less cryptic, Lord Van Zix?
I do hate to ruin my learned friend's argument, but the truth is quite incontrovertible.
Ugh.
On the night in question, no small box was taken from Windybanks pawnbrokery. How would you know? And rest assured, the prosecution can prove it.
What?
Because there was a small box there. No.
Good gracious.
Inspector, show the photographic prints to the court, if you please. Yes, sir.
What prints?
These prints were taken from one of the detective's security cameras.
Oh my god, sure, now we're pulling them out.
Hurley's the red-handed recorders again.
As previously explained, using this plan of the shop layout, the victim's establishment was furnished with automatic cameras in 2 locations. One was set to capture the counter where Mr. Windibank received his customers, and the other was set to capture the shelves on which articles were placed for sale once forfeited. I notice they're both facing one direction.
Yeah, it's so dumb though, like...
Yeah, right?
Huh.
According to the information on this ticket, Mr. McGilded's small box had been forfeited already. 2 days before the incident at 9 PM on the 13th of April, to be precise. Which means it would have been on the shelves of forfeited items in the shop front. Now, what I have here is a print taken by one of the cameras about 2 hours before the incident. That's at 11 PM on the 15th of April. Happy birthday, Socket.
Thanks, Gregson. Hans! The victim certainly had a very full shop, it would appear. It's that little music box there, ain't it? Like right in the middle. Good fun.
Then here we have another print.
Yep, still there.
This one was taken about 2 hours after the incident.
Like, I swear it's that blue box there.
I feel like it's very prominent and featured on like top of that little pink handkerchief too.
Yeah, also that's the tiniest hat. Look at it. It's so
very
small.
small, isn't
it? Can go on the Hans.
Maybe it's a little hat for a little doggy.
I think, yeah.
Oh, it's a little doggy hat.
I think I could wear it. It's kind
Yeah,
of like,
you probably could. It's kind of your size.
Yeah.
Put it on bin.
Bin's head is too big.
Small for bin. Yeah.
You can put it on Bin's nose though. Nose hat.
That's true. Nose hat. Perfect. Like a little party hat. Oh, sorry. This one was taken about 2 hours after the incident. Did I say that already?
I think so. I was too distracted by hats. I see. So we have 2 pictures to compare. Oh god, we're gonna go with this. No!
No!
Though I must say that placing them side by side leaves me cold.
Don't make me cross-eyed again.
Dear me, that's starting to make my head ache.
Obviously, at Scotland Yard, we considered theft as one possible motive in this case. We explored the possibility that something had been taken in addition to the victim's life.
So you men have already compared these 2 pictures thoroughly, Inspector?
Yes, sir! We counted every single item in each of these 2 photographic prints.
Trying to go cross-eyed is not working.
No.
Nope.
The only thing that's sticking out at me is my headache.
Yeah.
The Yard's conclusion is that exactly the same number are present in both. Oh,
No.
DO sees it! Wow. It's near the stereograph.
Oh.
Seriously. Ooh.
Yeah. Let's
I
go
want to
back
look at
to
it again. Hot for. In other words, nothing was taken from the pawnbrokery on the night in question. And my learned friend's assertion is nothing more than a hopeful fantasy.
Arg. I don't believe it. If I could have just shown that. If I could have just shown that he'd stolen McGild's pawned box.
Thank you for enunciating that properly.
I might have been able to break him down at last. Yeah, I want to stop looking at his stupid little wiggles.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's like the one part of the image I didn't look at is that corner.
You know what, Bruno? I've been thinking. I wonder if these 2 photographs really are exactly the same.
Oh yeah, the box has moved, hasn't it? In front of
Oh, so it has!
the little display.
That little round one
Yeah.
has shifted over, yeah.
Yeah. The box has moved.
Mmm.
We don't need to put we don't need... What?
That box is moved! What?
So, counsel, in the light of the evidence put forward by the prosecution, what is your position? It seems that, in fact, on the night in question, nothing was stolen from the victim's establishment. Do you accept the prosecution's assertion? No. I don't know. No! Wait a second, no! Could there be some hidden discrepancy between, in these two photographic prints of her? Yes. Point out the discrepancy. I wasn't sure at first, but there is a clear discrepancy between these two prints.
What?
You must identify the location in question for the court, counsel. Indicate the precise location of the discrepancy of which you speak. Oh, there we go.
Bap.
Ah, there we go. Oh, can I just put this in?
Take that!
Granted, these two prints are almost identical. However, there is one minor discrepancy between them.
What?
Get good, scrubs. God. When you view the two pictures in No, I don't need to do stereoscopically.
That, but okay.
Stop it. Look, you can just compare.
Bling. Yeah, it's so much easier to compare rather than to use this. But I bet that, whoever it was, I can't remember if it was you or chat that suggested that it was. Oh yeah,
I think the 3DS.
The 3DS probably really made a big deal of this, because it's a good gimmick if you're using the 3DS, because you don't have to cross your eyes.
Yeah, also because you could turn the DS, you could have
picture
on each. Anyway, single area.
Well, also if you did both of them on the top screen and made it 3D.
Wait, yeah, of course, you could
then
overlay.
You could literally actually do
the 3D aspect,
the 3D part of it, and then the item probably would pop out without you having to go.
Yeah.
Semi-unconscious.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
A single area stands out as being different. The location of the small box. With the slider. Oh my god, I've never seen.
I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared.
Have you never seen him do this before?
No.
Because he also did it briefly during another one. When we were all staring at it, he just pulled this fuking thing out. It's I am not joining your cross-eyed bullshit.
At that point.
Yeah.
This is too funny. Yeah, I missed it too. I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah, it was a brief shot, to be fair, so, I understand. You miss it.
Yep. Let me... Wait, unbelievable!
Fucking judge.
Yeah.
By Jove. You're right. How extraordinary! What this tells us is very simple. Mr. McGilda's small box was indeed not stolen from Winterbanks on the night in question. However, would you have preferred him to have a large box?
The more we say small box, it's just...
There can be no doubt.
I don't know why it's getting to me.
That somebody picked up this particular box and then returned it to its place on the shelves. Are you suggesting that the small box originally deposited by Mr. McGilda is in fact... Yes! The very small box I just identified in those photographic prints.
Objection!
I don't know why it's getting to me so much. Mindless guesswork! Sophistry! What if it was? So a box was moved on the shelf. Nothing was stolen. Which means, quite simply, that nothing has changed.
That may be true, but... Alright. Tamagotchi noises. McGilda's box wasn't stolen then. But doesn't the fact that it was moved like that change things? Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, you can take things out of things. We know the theft was haunted by accident. That's also very true.
Yeah.
We did disturb them.
Yeah.
So, sorry for the Tamagotchi noises. There we go, I'm done.
I believe this changes everything about the case.
How can that possibly be?
The crucial point is the fact that... Sorry. The crucial point is the fact that what was moved was a small box. In other words, we have to consider what might have been inside the box.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that we need to examine that box as soon as possible. A vital piece of evidence is sitting on the shelves at Winterbanks as we speak.
Objection!
That won't be necessary.
He also has the box in his arse pocket.
Some little box belong.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
This is the fucking string story all over again, isn't it?
Some little box belonging to a man who died 2 months ago can't possibly be relevant to this trial.
Do we need to tell chat about the time that you had to do, was it an art review, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you'd been awake like way too long.
I had been awake, I think, for 2 days at that point, pretty much straight. And it was in my 3D design course, and we had to, irrelevant backstory, we had to make a stool that was structurally sound, using, like, basically some plywood and one other material.
Mm-hmm.
And the material couldn't be, like, nails, basically. So I'd gone to, like, the hardware store, and I got some, basically, like, the string, like, the twiny string. But, yeah, by the time it came to actually, like, the critique, the presentation of the project, which was this cute little stool that I made, and then I, like, wrapped the string around to, like, kind of sew it together, and I'd done, like, this seat in, like, a basket worky type thing, where I wove the seat out of string. But yeah, like, this was when I was a lot younger, and I was taking a lot of caffeine pills at that point as well, so
Caffeine
dangerous.
pills, that's not illegal now.
Probably, they should be. Anyway, I hadn't slept for, like, basically 2 days at that point, because, you know, ADHD, procrastination, and projects getting finished. So in the critique, I think I must have basically then looked like I was drugged, like, on something. Because I was so out of it. But the tutor was like, yeah, okay, well, I see you've made this product with hairy twine. And something about the phrase hairy twine got into my brain, and I could not stop laughing. And every time he said hairy twine, it got worse. And I was losing it. Like, I haven't, like, you know, I very rarely drink. I don't do anything drugular. I'm not really, you know, I'm quite boring when it comes to things like that. Mm-hmm. You know, what I was on is quite a lot of caffeine, which, as we know, is a problem at times. But no, I just couldn't stop laughing. So yeah, this is a hairy twine situation, obviously. But yeah. And everyone in the group was, like, staring at me. And then, of course, I was terrified. You know, like, I got nervous because I was being looked at because I couldn't stop laughing. And that made it worse. And, yeah, anyway, so hairy twine. Bane of my life. That's really all it was.
Yeah.
Did I leave anything out?
No.
I don't think so. When you used to stream, you sometimes stream for 10 hours through the entire night and you were like, you were drunk. Yeah, no, like, it does. It feels like that. I have been drunk. I also think I've been roofied at one point, and it felt a lot like that too. Because I refuse to believe that I should have been laid up in bed with a hangover for, like, most of the rest of the next day after drinking 1 bottle of, what was it? Bacardi Breezer, I think, back then.
Oh my god, that shit.
Yeah, well, it was cheap.
I drank it. I think I hated it.
I drank 1 bottle and I could barely see, and I staggered home, and I'm ashamed to say that I threw up in the street a little bit. And then I was basically out for, like, the whole next day, so I'm pretty sure that was tee-hee, I'm fine. That was a long time ago. Anyway, yeah, but it felt a lot like that, if I'm honest. So yeah, can confirm. At least I got home, exactly. Thankfully, the club I was at was practically right next to the student accommodation. So it was like, I mean, when I say practically right next to it, it was like 3 buildings down and up a little street and across a car park. So yeah.
But yeah, that's weird though, because I know the whole like keep your thumb over the bottle thing as well. Like I know that, you know, we're raised with that as definitely as women. You know, if you have a bottle or a drink or whatever, if you're looking away from it or you're not drinking it, you put your hand over it or you put your thumb over the mouth of the bottle, which is what confused me at the time. Because I was like, but I don't get it. Like, it doesn't make sense. But one Bacardi Breezer does not do that to a person. Like, I know I'm a lightweight, but, come on. Being sleep deprived is actively dangerous to your life. Yeah. Akin to poison. Yes, I agree. It is. And I would never recommend that anybody do it again. But back when I was younger, I just didn't. I would often just work through the night. And I would take caffeine pills to stop myself from sleeping. And then I would basically be so tired that I would like collapse. I literally just... But I don't recommend it. So...
No.
But we all do a lot of things when we're young that we shouldn't. You do it till you've been in a gay bar? Yeah. Basically, yeah, anywhere, really, where there's a lot of people and you can't be in sight of your drink at all times. Keep your hand over it, but I don't get it. Anyway, sorry.
It's a lot easier if you just don't go out like I do.
Well, yeah, I mean, these days. But you know what it's like, you just don't... Yeah. If you are out anywhere and you're out somewhere where you're not in full control of the how many people are around your drink or whatever, you'd still do it. Like
even when it's like anything. Yeah. Because the other thing, like a lot of people only think about it with alcohol, but any kind of drink, like, you know. Exactly
that. Like if you're in anything crowded. Like caffeine either makes you sleepy or makes your heart rate explode and your body shift.
Yeah. Legitimately, I'm the same. There's nothing.
I go through like the sleepy phase, and then I'll come out into the other phase.
Yeah.
But I think it mostly just makes me focus. Like, how to tell you have ADHD without being diagnosed with ADHD? Does caffeine make things just easier to deal with? Like, suddenly your brain is clear. Oops. Once you came close to passing out after drinking too much Monster too fast.
Oh boy.
My goodness. That's also very dangerous.
Yeah. I can't... The thing is, I can't chug drinks, so I'm very safe when it comes to these things. I have to drink everything real slow. Otherwise I will get sick. Even water will do that to me.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, just chug, like, you know, some water. I'm like, I'm going to throw up. Anyway.
I often have that with the end of drinks. Like, I'm alright at the beginning of drinks, I can chug. But at the end of a drink, if I chug it, I'm like, oh no, I want to throw up.
It's funny how these things
just water work. Even too, like, blah. Anyway, yes.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
The court does not uphold your objection, Lord Van Zeeks.
Ah, suck it, Van Zeeks!
Bailiff, arrange for an officer to go to Baker Street at once, obtain the small box in question, and bring it back here for further examination. Are you kidding me? Is this...
Go and fetch the gilded small box. Go on. Shoo!
This is because she's been so stressed about my health, you see.
Yeah,
this is also what happens.
To be fair,
she snaps.
I have, I'm sorry, the fact that they're all just standing there staring is amazing. Yeah, I have been very worried about your health, my darling.
I'm trying.
Yeah, try harder.
We should have... ow. I also tried to slice my finger off.
Please don't. The cheese slice, for pity's sake.
Well, it's not worse because I'm sort of careful.
At least you're on antibiotics. That's something. So at least the cheese can't do any more damage. I was saying to you that the freaking cheese injuries. Because I've cut myself on cheese slices before, and they are some of the worst. Because I guess the cheese is present.
Oh,
and like, they hurt. The COVID cough is still there and your left chest hurts when you do... Oh no!
Oh my god, that's horrible.
Like, thankfully, the one time, as far as I'm aware, that we actually really had COVID proper, the cough didn't actually... Like, I always have a cough, which is funny. Because the COVID cough was bad, but it wasn't as bad as some coughs I've had when I had the flu. Because I remember like a few years ago, it's probably more years ago than I care to remember now, probably more like six years actually, maybe longer, because like 4 years ago was 2020 and I don't like to think of it. Anyway, I remember having such a bad cough that I was literally lying in bed Googling, can you break a rib whilst coughing? Yeah. Because my chest muscles hurt so badly from all the coughing I was doing. And apparently, yeah, you can just cough so hard that your muscles pull, but you can't break ribs.
Yeah.
Allegedly. And hurt like it, though. I was just like, did I break a rib? I can't move. Breathing hurts. Like, woo! But yeah. But I can't tell. I always have the cough going on. Something. Chronic bronchitis. Something. Sorry. Go ahead.
No.
I mean, please do. Go ahead.
We should have a report within half an hour. These guys work so fucking fast.
I think about somebody sprinting over to Baker Street and finding one specific tiny box.
I think perhaps we should recess for a short while until the evidence is brought forward.
To be hoodwinked by such a farce? Disappointing.
I beg your pardon, Lord Funzeeks.
This is nothing but a smokescreen. A Nipponese speciality, it would seem.
What are you trying to say?
My learned friend has persisted with the same line of reasoning from the very beginning. That this witness's intent was to steal an article belonging to Mr. McGilded from the pawnbrokery. Yet common sense tells us that none of the articles have value enough to be worth stealing in the first place. Exactly. It would be beyond absurd to break into a place for the purpose of stealing such commonplace property.
Oh
boy.
Chalice is out. I was just going to say handful out his chalice for a bit.
Chuck, I was just thinking that as well. If your lordship recalls, Mr. McGilded perished 2 months ago, immediately after the conclusion of his trial. A trial in which he was found not guilty.
Omnibus.
A trial in which it was established he was the upstanding member of society his reputation implied, in fact. So I propose a toast to my learned friend and his most insightful defence.
I'm going to kick you in the shins, Funzeeks.
The articles this upstanding member of society pawned were entirely ordinary. A black overcoat that just happened to have a music box disc in one of its pockets, and a small box. An overcoat that you claimed was yours.
Yeah, I was going to say, excuse me, why are you...
Excuse you?
Yeah, like he's like, oh no, he pawned it. You said that was
yours.
yours.
Mine. I popped it on. I assure you, I wouldn't accept, even if the man tried to make a gift of such things to me. But
bitch,
hang on, you also just said it was your disc!
Your disc in your coat!
And he doesn't actually at this point claim it was his coat.
That is
true. He did claim that it was his disc.
Oh,
no, wait, he did claim it was his coat.
Yeah!
What?
What? Sir!
You know, that does make rather a lot of sense. It's not as if it was gold or jewels, is it? Though goodness knows, Mr. McGilded was rich enough. But you can't deposit cash at a pawnbroker, I'm quite certain of that. Yeah, his fine black coat, yeah. He literally talked about it, yeah his fine black coat.
Why can I not challenge him on this instantly? I'm like...
Yeah, like, what the hell? Yeah, you said that was your coat, so now it's McGilded's coat? What? Because, yeah, I'd forgotten that he said it was his coat. Yeah.
The prosecution's argument is undeniably compelling.
You can remove the bus now.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the bus.
Bye, bus. It is incumbent on the defence now to bolster its argument. Oh, we go. Bye-bye. I like that it explodes. Like there's something really flammable in there.
Yeah. I'm surprised he hasn't shattered any of like the
little glass lamps, right? They must be like toughened.
Mm-hmm.
To explain, they've obviously had him in this courtroom before. They've put like special toughened glass lamps in there. Early borosilicate.
Yeah.
To explain what possible significance these commonplace articles pawned by this fine citizen could have. Extremely high alcohol. Yeah, it's a fucking dessert wine, probably.
Well,
Right? Like,
counsel? Yeah, exactly, yeah. Is your argument in fact demonstrable? Are you able to show proof that the disc or the box are in any tangible way related to this case? Well,
What's the matter, Bruno? We know that they're related, don't we? They're both vital pieces of evidence.
yes, of course. You and I both know that. We know McGilded's true character, and we know the disc is significant, even if we don't know why. But if we explain all that to the court at this point, we'll have to acknowledge that McGilded's acquittal 2 months ago was a mistake, and the defense's argument was flawed, based on false information.
Oh no!
And that would mean admitting that Gina committed perjury.
Jenny.
Could it be that Van Zieks knows? Is that why he's doing this now? Because he anticipated everything?
Maybe this could be a great opportunity for us.
Sorry? What do you mean, Iris?
Well, what is it that you always say, Bruno?
Objection?
Sooner or later, the truth comes out. Every time. Also, objection. Also, hold it. Also, sometimes, excuse me.
Alright, the exact significance of the things that McGilded deposited with Mr. Winterbank is something that only Gina can explain to the court. That is true. But if I put her on the stand to testify about that,
never testify in your own defense.
yeah, it could critically damage her chances of winning this case. Deep breath. What's the right thing to do here? What I'm gonna do is save.
You were to add like a line of fire from the lower border of the stream window you can pull up when a game gets fiery. You know, I kind of like that.
Oh my god,
You should
yes.
do that. I can do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck do we do?
Yeah, what do we think, chat? I mean, whilst it is well known in real criminal courts that you should never testify in your own defense,
I think we have no other option.
I think it's
Because-
possible. Isn't this one of those things that the game often does push us into it if
Yeah,
we get the
it
wrong,
does.
pick the wrong answer anyway? So it's like,
Yeah.
leave it, and then it's like she's got to actually tell the truth. Perjury's
Oop.
pretty. Whoops.
Well, I guess, my lord, the defense would like to make a
Oh
proposal.
boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, what proposal, counsel? While the court awaits the arrival of Mr. McGilded's small box, I would like to call the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade, to the witness stand. Yeah, perjury doesn't execute people like murder, no quite.
No, it's true.
Also, can we
But-
talk about all the other people on this fucking...
On the other hand, if we admit that she has in fact lied in court, it does damage her defense somewhat.
Yeah.
But this isn't real court. This is
No.
video game court, so it's probably okay.
Yeah. The defendant?
Right.
Yeah. To what end? It's to do with the various articles deposited at Winterbanks by Mr. McGilded, my lord. Mr. Strata's information relating to them. This is the thing, without her, we cannot... We'll just have to
No,
avoid
it's
all
true.
the other subjects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Van Zieks is definitely going to let us do that.
It sucks,
I
but
mean, the thing is, yeah, if this was like real court, all we have to do is demonstrate reasonable
doubt. Yeah.
doubt.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not. McGilded would have got off because there was reasonable doubt.
Exactly.
Anyway.
I believe it would be beneficial for the court to hear what she has to say. It will prove the significance of the articles in question once and for all.
Well, things are becoming interesting.
What we're doing is playing right into his hand, aren't we?
Yeah, probably. I presume you've considered the implications of the testimony you're proposing. In particular, the impact it will have on the accused's standing, and indeed your own.
I have. Lord Van Zieks, Would you care to explain that last remark? No.
The prosecution accepts the defence's proposal. I move to interrupt the cross-examination of the current witness and hear from the accused herself.
Very well, if you have no objection. So, the court will now hear the testimony of the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade. Yeah, the game would have pushed us into this anyway. You witnesses currently in the stand may step down until further notice.
Yay, Gina's fun. I like voicing Gina. Go away. Then I shall bid you good day.
He'll be back.
Wait.
Oh boy.
You, sir, shall remain in the stand while Miss Lestrade testifies.
Orphan sakes.
As you wish.
Eggert is not escaping. Alright then, Gina. It's time. I know this will be hard, but please put your faith in me here.
Good luck, Bruno.
So I'm mostly saying good luck, Gina.
I was gonna say, good luck, Ginny, surely.
Zix knows traces up
for
to
sure.
shit, yeah.
He believes us on the Eggert story, I swear.
Yeah. The articles that Mr. McGildet had deposited in Winterbanks'
Prawn brewery.
Prawns now.
Ooh,
So many shrimpies are intimately related with the omnibus case. Omnibus mentioned. The trial of which has heard in this courtroom 2 months ago. Yes. And I remember this young lady being brought before me in the trial as well. And we do have one judge in the entirety of like London. Of what?
At the Old Bailey, yeah.
That's right, my lord. Her testimony helped to establish the innocence of the defendant, Mr. McGildet.
The omnibus case was intriguing, to say the least. And now, here we all are again. The same players in that trial, facing each other once more. A twist of fate, perhaps, my Nepalese friend. Always irritating, they always pop up when you least expect them, twist of fate.
Yeah. Allow me to recap the events of 2 months ago. An old brickmaker was stabbed to death in an omnibus, running along London's winter streets. Not the omnibus.
I do!
Apart from the victim, there was only one other person in the carriage, Mr. McGildet. Naturally, he was the prime suspect for the murder. But as the trial progressed, another possibility emerged. That the murder in fact took place above the defendant's head on the roof deck.
Where's that button gone?
What button?
The button that's missing off his waistcoat. Also, his coat is missing.
I mean, the button is missing.
Yeah, the button's missing. I mean, it feels quite important somehow. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, the coat, I swear that was his coat, because why would he not be wearing a coat?
It also matches his... It's in the middle of the winter.
Yeah, it matches the bloodstain.
Yeah.
I know we discussed that. But yeah, he didn't have a coat,
Yeah.
which means he must have had a coat, which means that this is his coat.
Yeah.
This quote-unquote fine coat, which I'd like to actually... I would like to, as someone who knows whether or not a coat is actually nicely tailored or not, be actually able to tell whether or not it's a nicely tailored coat or not. Because this guy's not going to be able to afford a nice coat like McGildet is.
No, quite.
Yeah, with the weird spot, but I know we discussed it, but yeah, like, genuinely, he's really not wearing a coat, and it was f***ing cold. So, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
With the body then being dropped through the skylight into the carriage below.
Yeah.
It was Miss Lestrade whose testimony brought that possibility to light. At the time of the incident, Miss Lestrade was concealed under a seat in the carriage, hoping to pick the pocket of unsuspecting passengers.
Not that she's wearing a coat either, of course, but...
No. Then, immediately after the trial, having been acquitted of the murder... There we go, there's our friend. Mr. McGildet died in this very courtroom in the most extraordinary of circumstances. I'm surprised the courtroom is still in the state it is in. Yeah, okay, fine, here it goes.
Thank you!
Sorry you wanted to hold my summer.
Yes, I did!
I'm sorry, I was miles away.
A mystery that remains unsolved even now, 2 months on.
Sure. You know what? I need to bring. I really need to bring the nose back. Because full
What
well.
if the Mason guy's related to Egger? Oh.
You have a point there.
Graydon Mason.
Oops, I don't know if this.
Gray Mason.
Is he in her court? No, he's not, so he can't compare her. Strong heart, though, always. He's just hanging around.
Yeah, hanging around. Probably kind of important.
Oh, Susato, I miss you.
I miss her so much. As indeed does the omnibus murder itself. I'm glad that somebody's standing up for the poor omnibus. She was murdered.
Be that as it may, I recall neither the disc nor this small box being mentioned in the course of those proceedings. Miss Lestrade? Would you tell the court now, please? What really happened in the omnibus 2 months ago, I mean?
I don't know what you mean. I already said all of what I know.
And what about everything you told us yesterday from inside your prison cell? Please, Miss Lestrade, this is extremely important.
But remember, little girl, if it transpires that you willfully withheld information in the trial 2 months ago, the Home Office will seek to prosecute you for perjury. And naturally, you will lose all credibility as a witness. Although, let's face facts, you have little credibility to lose.
I was gonna say, like...
Jenny, don't listen to him. Please, you have to trust Runo now. Iris? We're on your side.
Alright then. We'll talk.
It's the right choice, Gina.
Well, it would seem that my learned friend is hell-bent on bringing the entire courtroom down about his ears. So be it.
I must confess that I'm struggling to understand what on earth is happening here. However, it would appear that Mr. McGilda's pawned articles and that extraordinary case of the omnibus harbour secrets of which we have been hitherto unaware. So, Miss Lestrade, you will now give your testimony before the court about the event of 2 months ago. You will reveal the truth, a commodity and sorely lacking in your original statements. This is it then. Everything's going to come out, like Van Ziek said. This could bring the whole courtroom down about my ears. But as a lawyer, I'm prepared to take that risk. A lot of choice do you have, really? Like,
right.
Witness testimony. The real truth of the omnibus case.
Truth is, that Brickmaker Cove was in the cabin of the omnibus the old time. When the Irishman dragged me out from under the seat, I saw that disc on the floor. All of a sudden, I heard a scream from over my head, and that pair on the roof deck went off to call the slops. That's when McGill had slipped the driver some tin to do a run at the pawn shop roundabout. He threatened me not to snitch, not to say nothing to no one about what I'd seen or heard.
Good grief, this is outrageous. What you've just told the court bears almost no resemblance to your testimony 2 months ago.
As you say, my lord.
Then there's every chance. I may have adjudicated even.
Adjudicated.
Thank you.
Did you? You did well.
In error in McGilda's trial. That happened when you presented
he
with
literally
false...
threatened her. Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds very much to me as if the man deliberately deceived this court in an effort to cover up the most wicked of schemes.
Without doubt, your lordship is correct. A great injustice was done in this courtroom 2 months ago.
Yeah, an innocent omnibus
Yeah,
was
an
killed,
innocent
mate.
omnibus died!
The actions of the accused in that trial, of this witness, and of my learned friend are entirely inexcusable.
Excuse me, we acted on information that we had.
Yeah, that's literally...
Like,
also, that is
It's
literally the job of a defense
literally
lawyer.
The job of the defense lawyer isn't to find out the truth of what happened. It's to defend the person who's being accused by the prosecution, whose job it literally is to prosecute.
I mean, sorry, Fenzik, you weren't good enough to
Yeah.
prove without reasonable doubt that this McGilda's
Yeah.
fella did it.
Yeah.
It's not our fault.
Yeah. Just because you came out of retirement and, you know, you've lost a little bit of skill.
Yeah, I don't believe it. Trials are fast. Mr. McGilda was brought to... No, you don't know.
Oh, don't forget that lawyer from the east.
They were all in on it together. You're wrong, the lawyer! Mr. Naruto, the lawyer there, he didn't know nothing about it.
Humbug.
I don't think so. Are we really expected to believe them?
Why are we not mentioning at any point in time McGilda fucking blackmailed
Yeah.
her?
Yeah,
I think it's
right?
an important
Literally,
thing to mention.
Yeah, threatened her and threatened to
Yeah.
like raise basically the slums that she
Yeah.
lived in with like the other people that she
Yeah.
knows.
It's-
Okay, cool. Like,
He really stitched everyone up, didn't he? What an operation to get the man off scot-free. Unforgivable. Stop. Their lies have to stop. Stop.
Yes, the defense made a terrible error of judgment. I intend to take full responsibility and suffer whatever consequences are deemed appropriate.
Literally
It's
not
like-
your
your job to find out who done it. It's your
It's-
job to defend. But
It's like-
okay.
We are not here, like, that's...
fine.
I-
Whatever.
However, it's imperative that the court allows the witness to elaborate on her testimony, because the true significance of McGilda's port articles must be brought to light.
Very well, my learned student friend.
Oh. I mean, we are.
Given the depths of calamity you've just plunged yourself into, this may well be worth hearing.
Fucking hell, man. Words fail me. The situation is utterly deplorable. Mr. Naruhodo! Yes, my lord! I will decide upon your fate following the conclusion of this trial. Mine! He literally did his job like for six! Like, I did for six every single time, but like, it turns out that some of his stuff wasn't quite like...
Yeah,
legit.
oh no, this person was actually innocent. Oh, and you're prosecuting them. Like, it's not like
That's-
he has to face
we
the-
just-
Okay.
You just have roles to play. And
Yeah.
just, Of course, my lord.
Blimey, Mr. Naruto.
Now, counsel, proceed with the cross-examination. The real truth of the omnibus case.
Omnibus case. Woohoo, woohoo. Yeah, the guy constantly threatening, insulting, and withholding evidence, right?
Ah,
Joe fears that Brickmaker Cove was in the cabin of the omnibus the old time.
Hold it!
and you were hiding in the cabin at the time as well, weren't you, Miss Lestrade? If I remember rightly, in the storage compartment underneath one of the seats.
Yeah, that's right. It's pitch black under there, so you can't see nothing at all.
Are they?
Excuse me?
What are these fuckers doing?
Excuse me? What?
There's no way in hell this man is somehow working with the cops to bring down the person who's selling secrets. Because he's too much of a stain.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
But, I mean, yeah, he can. But also, allegedly in this, Gregson is kind of one of the good guys. Allegedly.
Yeah.
But also, But also,
Now, in your testimony 2 months ago, I feel certain that you claimed Mr. McGilded was the sole passenger, did you not?
False testimony, my lord.
You, sir! You do not get to say anything about false testimonies!
Mister, let me withhold evidence until you think that you've proven something, and then, oopsie-doopsie, here's this piece of evidence. Should have put it there in discovery, or you're not allowed to use it! Anyway, that's what he told me I had to say.
But it's important to tell us the truth now. Were Mr. McGilded and the victim acquaintances?
I don't know. But I did hear him talking a lot.
What were you talking about?
Well, I couldn't hear too well, but if I had to say, I think it was about money or something. They kept talking about buying and not buying.
Perhaps business dealings of some kind.
Well, anyway, they got louder and louder. It started to sound like a proper fight. I was pretty scared by then. I hardly dared to breathe. And then all of a sudden, I heard a noise like someone keeling over on the floor. It was blooming loud and all.
And I believe that you let out an involuntary scream.
Yeah. That's what gave me away. When the Irishman dragged me out from under the seat, I saw that disc on the floor.
Hold it!
Was the disc you saw this disc?
Yeah, I reckon it probably was. It was right next to the cove lying on the floor.
Could this disc have belonged to the victim, perhaps?
I don't know, but Mr. McGilded picked it up pretty smartish. And then he sat the cove with the knife in his belly up on the seat.
What did he say to you at the time?
He told me not to say a word about what I'd seen or heard to no one. About the disc and all. I was dead scared. The way he was looking at me, I thought if I didn't go along with it, I'd get stuck with that knife too. Then he started asking me a load of questions. Like what my name was and where I lived and that. He asked me about being a diver too.
But after a while, what had happened in the carriage was noticed?
Yeah, that's right. First there was a kind of rapping noise and all of a sudden I heard a scream from over my head and that pair on the roof deck went off to call the slops.
Hold it!
There were 2 gentlemen occupying the seats on the roof deck, I believe.
That's right. They must have looked down through the skylight and noticed the cove with a knife in his guts. When they screamed, the driver pulled up the horses and McGilded got me out of sight. Sorry.
I hate that man with his stupid face and his stupid
slidey
hat.
Right?
Oh, he pisses me off. Out of sight? Where?
Back under the seat where I started off. Once the carriage came to an halt, the 2 coves from the roof ran off to fetch the slops. If they immediately left to fetch the police, it would appear they were entirely unrelated to the incident.
So that left McGilded, the driver, and you still at the scene.
And the corpse, don't forget the corpse. Yeah, only the driver didn't know I was there because I was under the seat. I heard the cabin door open and a voice from outside.
The driver? Yes. He also testified in the trial, I believe. Do not bring that fucking awful driver back here either. Ah! Stupid sausage nose. Like slapped right in the grill. A fellow who went by the name Beppo, if memory serves. What did McGilded and the driver say to each other?
I don't know what happened and stuff like that mainly. And that's when McGilded slipped the driver some tin to do a run to the pawn shop roundabout.
So remember, I just want to save, so if the game crashes or whatever, we don't have to lose anything. I just want to save, but anyway.
Yeah, it's important also to do this though. So.
Hold it!
That pawn shop obviously being Mr. Winterbank's on Baker Street. Just a moment, Counsel. Do you mean to tell me that the driver gave false testimony in that trial as well?
Perhaps the excursion to the pawnbroker slipped his mind when he was in the stand.
Funzy.
Oh, sure, it's okay when this guy does it, but when Gina does it, no. Sure. I think he's being sarcastic. But...
Indeed, Lord Fenzix?
McGilded took off his coat and gave it to the driver.
Yeah, 100% being sarcastic? Yeah.
He folded it up all careful like before handing it over. When I saw him do that, I remember thinking, that coat and what's in it has got to be worth a few bob.
Yes, Gina was sure the disc must be worth some more. Sorry. Yes, Gina was sure the disc must be worth more than Mr. Winterbank was suggesting, wasn't she? I remember her quibbling with him over the price the afternoon at the pawnbrokery, yeah.
Well, driver looked pretty happy when McGilded flashed some brass in his face. He went running off at a lick. Then the bog trotter called to me and told me to come out from the drag's cabin. He threatened me not to snitch, not to say nothing to no one about what I'd seen or heard.
Hold it! We're going to push for more info now. Threatened you how exactly? Oh, good.
Told me I'd only be able to scarp her if I did exactly what he said.
Which included giving false testimony in court 2 months ago.
Yeah, that's it. And there was one other thing he said.
Which was?
He told me I'd have to hang on to the ticket from the pawn shop and make sure not to lose it.
The ticket? Well, I never!
Said that if he didn't show up to get the ticket off me before 2 months passed, I had to go to the pawn shop and pay the money to keep it in lug, to stop it being forfeited. He left me with some brass to pay for it.
But really, why on earth would McGilded have done such a thing? Depositing his overcoat with a pawnbroker before the arrival of the police? It makes no sense at all. There would seem to be only one logical explanation, my lord. What McGilded had to drive a deposit at Winterbank was something he didn't want the police to see. Something very important that he needed to hide at all cost.
Anyway, after that, he let me go, so I legged it before the coppers showed up.
Well done, Gina. It can't have been easy to tell the truth like that.
Denise really put her faith in you, Runo.
Yes, and to thank her, she'll have to face a charge of perjury once the trial is over. So I need to use the time we have now to get as much information out of her as possible.
It's time to really go for it. Press her on every statement.
We already have, but okay.
I suppose I should.
Oh, and another thing.
What's that?
Take a look at those two. Isn't it strange that they've been whispering to each other the entire time?
I did notice, Kate.
We did notice, but thank you.
Yes, that is strange. It looks like they're having a secret discussion about something. I'm not sure I'm completely comfortable with that. I wonder if there's anything I can do about it. Ah, wait. I didn't think we'd... Did we really
We
push
pressed her on everything, I thought.
disc on the floor?
Scream. We go set the 10. And then threaten not to snitch. Yeah.
Oh, no! I'm sorry! Oh.
That's okay.
Sorry, I'm just gonna fast forward the hell out of this. I do want to have a look at those fucking...
Something we can do about it.
Like, they
Yeah,
didn't
hey
react
Judgy,
to
where aren't
anything.
these guys saying, yeah, like, excuse me, do you think that's appropriate? Would have been nice. Do we have some kind of air horn that we can toot at them?
It's weird as well because I don't think I can just switch to them unless we're like pressing her.
Yeah. Unless they actually make...
Yeah, they didn't like react to anything
No,
as far as I
as far
know.
as I'm aware, I didn't see anything.
I didn't hear anything?
No.
Like, I'm just gonna press her button and do this.
Pawn shop, window banks, blah blah blah, just a
And
moment.
yeah. No, I can't do it here. So when was I able to look over at them? Oh.
Yeah, you can... There, she wasn't...
I can't present anything here either. I
At
just
them,
realized
no.
now. I just wanted to
But
see.
like,
Okay, to the right, fold up careful, like. Yeah, I really can't present anything here. Just wanted to check, I guess.
yeah, we can only present here.
Yeah. Okay, hold on, like, just go through. I'm just gonna go to the beginning because it's easy story-wise for me.
Yeah.
Thursday, the brickmaker was in the
In
cabin.
the cabin of the omnibus the whole time. When the Irishman dragged me out from under the seat, I saw the disc on the floor. All of a sudden I heard a scream from over my head and that pair on the roof deck went off to call the slops. That's when McGill had slipped the driver some tint to do a run at the pawn shop roundabout. He threatened me not to snitch, not to say nothing and no one about what I'd seen or heard.
Do we need to present the disc maybe to her? But this
I
is
wonder.
difficult,
Like,
the disc like here present like
yeah,
is this the disc?
you saw? Potentially? I don't know, yeah. Save.
I'm just gonna say
this is frustrating. This
I
disc.
think that's
Yeah.
what I would naturally do. Let's see if that's what we need to do.
Yeah, and then potentially they'll react to something and we can press them on it.
Yeah. This disc.
This disc.
Objection.
Except
No. Let's just
no,
consider
consider the
okay, I'm
implications.
resaving.
Yeah, no. Bump.
Oh, I didn't mean to put autoplay on that. Can I just options? Hello? Thank you.
Yeah. She said it might have been that disc, probably.
So the disc on.
He pulled the disc out, didn't he? Or did he? And be like, oh, are you talking about this disc?
Yeah. Screw behind Slops. What do we have on my person? Is this the paperwork?
Yeah. Examples. The ticket. I mean, unless we're supposed to present the bloody ticket to her.
Yeah, we could do that. Well, that would be like this one, right?
I think so, yeah. Well,
Oh yeah, wait, with the blood.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like...
Yeah, let's see.
Objection.
But I don't know.
No, but it's not it.
that's
But I'm just gonna
it's an
leave this open
implication.
for like, yeah.
What did she
yeah.
say after it? Yeah, friend, no, that's not. Oh.
That also doesn't feel like it
That
relates to anything.
No, right? Like it's true, but
Disc on the floor.
yeah.
I did press on everything, right?
I'm pretty sure we did, yeah. Because that bit was like,
Wait, did I press on this?
yeah,
So I'm just gonna go through it
Hold
again.
you've done it twice already, I think.
Also being
See?
window bangs, yeah.
And that's when
Yeah,
she
just
says
a
just a
moment,
moment,
yeah.
cancel and blah blah
False,
blah.
yeah, and
then
he's like, ha ha
Beppo
ha ha,
also
it's fine
did the
when
thing,
physics
yeah.
does it.
Oh, we
Oh
can't.
wait, I can pursue them.
Oh, can you? Oh,
Excuse me.
I see. I didn't realise.
No, me neither.
Unless they were like
Yeah.
actually doing anything.
Yeah, is there something
Oh,
you'd like to
okay,
share
my
because
bad.
Inspector Gregson and Mr. Graydon?
Oh well. Should we not have loaded before
I'm
that?
going to.
Okay.
I'm going to because
Because
what a load of fucking shit! Because you can't always
Yeah,
do this.
that's
They're like,
not something that you've ever been able to do before. But I guess the game actively told you that you should
we
do
noticed
something
it,
about
and I was like,
Anyway, sorry. It's just it seemed really silly
so
to.
we have to press her. You know what? I'm just gonna go with this one, and then I'll just. Sorry. Oh shit! This is the wrong one. Oh no! There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me. Is there something you'd like to share with the court, Inspector Gregson and Mr. Graydon? Inspector? Mr. Graydon!
What? Oh, blimey! You're trying to give me a heart attack?
You have been whispering to each other for quite some time now. Tell us, what is this discussion about?
Discussion? With this fella? Pull the other one, sunshine! You think I got anything to talk about with a shady gent like this? And I have nothing to say to this uncouth detective after he deprived me of that disc that was rightfully mine.
But they've clearly been talking the entire time I've been cross-examining Gina. It's as if they have been negotiating. Thank you, Miss Lestrade. Thank you, Counsel. I've heard enough. I believe we now have a reasonable understanding of what actually transpired on the omnibus mansion.
It would appear on that night 2 months ago, a negotiation was taking place on the omnibus.
I have to say, the game making you, like, interrupt them before you can continue is a lot of shit here. Like, legitimately.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, that ... from Van Zieks is 100% keep going while I pin you. Yeah. Like, something is sussy here and I don't like this, and yeah, keep digging your own graves. I'd kind of be sad, though, if Gregson's, like, not great. So kind of, I mean, he's weird, but I kind of like him. He's kind of fun. A negotiation concerning this disc. However, matters did not run smoothly. Or maybe he's the blackmailed one, it's possible.
Oh, that is true.
When the parties involved began to quarrel over price, McGilded took what he wanted by force, at the expense of the other man's life.
Which proves my point. The disc is clearly extremely valuable in some way. Although I don't understand why as yet.
And 2 days ago, precisely 2 months after the omnibus incident, McGilded's coat and its contents were due to be forfeited. Oh, I didn't know what I should do with the ticket. I mean, the cove died right after his trial. I knew that. So you decided you would try to claim the articles as your own. Well, why not? Hey, they were only going to be forfeited. Why shouldn't I have got them?
Yeah.
Anyway, you can't blame me for thinking about it. Thinking ain't no crime.
Miss Lestrade, it would appear Mr. McGilded was prepared to kill in order to take possession of this disc. Do you know why that would be?
Hey? I ain't got a clue.
Sorry.
But I reckon it must be worth a fair bit of brass. I was probably going to sell it. And you can't blame me for thinking that. Thinking ain't no crime.
Sorry, I kept saying Van Zieks, but he's come more and more out. He's just pissy about somebody's... Yeah,
like, I think, well, particularly, like, I think he was coming round to us generally after the last case. I genuinely think that he is disappointed that he thinks that for some reason we're involved in this information leak.
Yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
And if Strong in the Arm, or whatever, Strongheart's got something to do with it, then the fact that Strongheart keeps putting us in cases opposite Van Zieks probably has made him really suspicious of us.
Yeah, that
because
of,
I don't know, but I feel like he's not angry, he's just disappointed. It's kind of what I'm feeling from this. I might be getting it wrong, but you know, he's not so much pissy about Japanese people, he's pissy about us, because he thought that we were actually at least kind of semi-trustworthy. Maybe I don't know. That's what I think. My lord. Oh. My lord. The evidence your lordship requested has been located and is ready for the court's inspection, sir.
The mysterious little box deposited by McGilded 2 months ago. There's no doubt in my mind that it's a key piece in this far-reaching puzzle.
The brackets is the wrong one. Oh, I hope so. No, not a to be continued.
We know what that means, don't we?
We do know what that means.
It's true that the bailiff did get the wrong one, though, because they have no eyes, like you said.
No. I'm gonna stop here.
Tomorrow. We'll continue tomorrow.
I'm
after
sorry.
It's bedtime, and as we all know, she's sick and on heavy antibiotics.
I would like to continue, but I shouldn't, because if I don't get my rest,
I am really...
there will be no stream tomorrow.
Yeah, I really want to do it now. And you really want to as well.
Yeah,
but
I'm dying to know.
We have to be sensible. I really want to know what's in that tiny box.
Oh my god. Ah! Oh, there's gonna be a box that had a box inside, and now the box inside is missing.
Yeah. Burks! Yeah, well, if we hadn't spent so long trying to work out what the hell the game wanted us to do,
God.
we maybe had got to the box part.
Yeah, I swear, this case just takes, like, so long because it has, like...
we're trying to work out whereabouts we need to poke at stuff. And then I'm giving, like, weird wrong answers, like, oh, but maybe he was following the coat! No, it's about the box. If this doesn't wrap up tomorrow, that you'll what? You'll
perish.
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 We all will, to be fair. The thing is, I think if this wraps up, I don't think that we'll solve the omnibus mystery tomorrow.
Maybe we'll never solve the omnibus mystery.
Maybe. Well, like, I feel like there's that whole thing. Although that said, Gregson is here. There's clearly something to do with the whole Strongheart mystery, the other incident going on here as well. Because that's clearly all linked. I'm hoping that we finish it tomorrow, but I have a sneaking suspicion that there's actually more to that.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll discover... I mean, we're getting some idea of why the omnibus had to die.
Yes.
But I don't know whomst murdered the omnibus.
No.
And why was it Funseeks? With a fireball. A flaming alcohol fireball.
Yeah, like, I think that's a good point, though.
Do you think he's like a fire breather in his spare time? Like he just chugs the gasoline and then just spits it at the bus? Kind of a weird thing to say, isn't it?
It's a pretty wild thing
I've done that once.
What,
fire breathing.
Oh.
Yeah. It was our drama teacher was kind of into like fire breathing. Like he kind of did it as a hobby, and he made the class do it, which I think was quite probably. I don't know if he was insured for that actually, but he had us all try our hand at doing the spitting fire thing.
It sounds like so many don't do it.
No, I know, right? Like we were like A-level age drama students, and we were all like. It's quite fun, but also...
absolutely. I believe that.
It's quite risky. God, there's so many stories that I tell make it sound like I'm just making shit up. Like, I learned to ride a bicycle in the Great Hall at Berkeley Castle. I learned to ride a bus. Yeah, I literally, I learned to ride a bicycle in the Great Hall at Berkeley Castle in Gloucestershire. On the off-season. That is a true story about me. I have photographs to prove it, but nobody's going to see it because, my God, I was embarrassing little kobold. Ears that stuck out right out here. Terrible. But yeah, no, my grandfather was working as the custodian at Berkeley Castle in Gloucestershire. And I was staying with him on the off-peak season when there were no visitors and the castle was closed. And he'd got me a bike for Christmas. Just a little kiddie one. And he was like, well, while you're here and it's like raining outside, the Great Hall's like all cleared away, the furniture was like at the edges of the room. And it was a big hall. And he was like, you might as well learn to ride in here. So I did.
Very normal thing.
Such a normal thing, right? Like,
and look at you.
That's a thing that I did. And now look at me. How the mighty have fallen. No. Such a weird story. Yeah, no, it was great. It's pretty good. There was also a narwhal horn on the table there at the side of the room. It's another memory I have. I liked the narwhal horn because, you know, well, They do look like unicorn horns. They're very twisty. They're very cool.
Legit, they're so cool.
I can really
them.
see kind of the vibes.
Yeah,
the wise.
like that's a sea mermaid.
Yeah, love it.
Mm-hmm.
Sea mermaid horn corn thing. Anyway, but yeah, quite the memory. But it's just one of those things where then I'm like also like yes, and also I have fire breathed at least once. Just.
You've been in like balloon.
I've been in hot air balloon. I've been on Concorde.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I know. To be fair, I was so tired that I actually slept through most of it, and then I spilled my Coke can on the souvenir postcards that I had bought in France, in Paris, and I was really upset, and that was my takeaway memory. No, see, that was basically our guide leader was retiring. She was the woman who took us to the restaurant where I had escargot. I did tell that story on stream, right? Didn't I? Yeah.
You did.
Where Mum was like, "Try something that you know you'll like," and I came back going like, "I ate snails." Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Gun Doodles. I just remembered I shouldn't have said that. That's fine. Anyway. Moving on. But yeah, no, she also, the guide leader had a packet of money, clearly. But she decided to take the entire guide trip on Concorde. Like, we went out on the Eurostar, spent a day, like, just doing touristy stuff in Paris, and then we came back on Concorde. Which is why I was so tired. But it was like, what? But yeah, I have also been up in a hot air balloon because my uncle was crew for hot air balloons, and also he had friends in Denmark who were like obsessed with hot air balloons. I think they had something to do with like the Hot Air Balloon Association or whatever. And occasionally my uncle, who is now no longer with us, gets magazines from the Hot Air Balloon Association. And it's kind of fun. They just come to our house and it's like, oh, we never cancelled that. Oh well. But yeah. Now look at me. Also, I used to once upon a time have friends at the BBC. Ha ha ha. Depression's one hell of a drug, isn't it? Mm. Are you,
Sorry. That's fine, I was just listening. What?
Yeah. No,
sorry.
That's cool. Anyway, we should stop making me look like a real stuck-up shithead.
No!
And we should get you to bed, my darling.
I'm fine. I'm not perishing.
Isn't that right, my darling? Get to sleep.
No, I don't want to sleep.
Okay, well then do the rest of the case.
No, okay, I'll go to bed. I need to go to bed. I know, sorry.
Well then.
Thank you for joining our stream while we deal with Van Zieks.
Well, Van Zieks isn't the problem here. Or is he?
Mm.
The real issue here is this small box.
So you know you can't be fucking giggling at small box. I hope you're pleased with yourself.
Tomorrow we will unravel the mystery of this pawnbroker's small box. I hope. I'm very excited. Anyway. I need to know what's in. See, like, this is the thing. I'm worried that it's going to be a disappointment. Just like Ashley Graydon was a disappointment. Because remember last week we were like, we have to continue because I absolutely have to find out what Eggs Benedict's real name is.
Bastard.
Yeah, right?
Just to find out
and then
his
his name's
Ashley
Graydon. Rubbish. Anyway. Thanks for coming to our stream. Don't forget. Keep the cart in your heart.
Aye.
Throughout all of the hot omnibus summer and beyond. But if we are lucky, we will be able to finish this case before the end of hot omnibus summer.
I would like that.
But omnibus will be forever.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I realised the other day that omnibus sounds kind of like a god, right? Like the omnibus! It's kind of like the name that you'd find like some kind of god.
It does actually look like that, yeah.
I am omnibus. Tremble before me! Anyway. Let's follow the kobold motto.
Who needs burning bushes where you have kind of...
Burning omnibus! She's really still alive! Wow! Do you think she'll be reborn?
I mean, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Omnibus dies for your sins! Anyway, that's part of the Kobold motto. Live, laugh, objection. And until next time, we hope you'll be well. Good night.
Good night.